motherfuckers. Joey Diaz here, your host, co-host, with my main man, the Flying Jew. And in house tonight is my brother from a different mother, Philadelphia's own Steve Simeone and shit. Fucking hooking us up on Easter, making fucking meatballs and stuff.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. Thank you for
I tried
having
my
us.
best. It was good to have family there.
Yeah, you always make
Thank
it
you.
seem like a family. That's very nice. You're one
I
of
love
the few
you
people
guys.
that really goes out of the way. Fucking tremendous desserts.
Oh my God, you had baked ziti, which I think you made for me because
I
I've
did.
been talking about.
I
it for
did a
months.
lasagna, and then I was like,
Lasagna
who keeps
was
on talking
tremendous.
about baked ziti?
Fucking baked ziti. I love
We
baked
should do
ziti.
that this Sunday.
What's that? Baked ziti?
Yeah.
Baked
What do you
ziti
want-
day.
Because I'm finally in town for a little bit.
I'm
We'll
in
do it
town,
up.
too. I'm
Let's
in
do
town,
it
too.
Sunday.
Sunday, I'm in town too. Let's do it up, Lisa. Yeah, what do you think, cocksucker? How was your weekend, little Lee?
I had a good weekend.
What'd you do?
Just kind of hung out. Paula had her first week at work and she's a little under the weather, so we just hung out. We worked out. Just had some good food. Started watching The Sopranos, and we started watching The Wire. So I had a good fucking weekend.
Double festo. You didn't
Hell
get
yeah.
no sun. That little suntan you got last week fucking lasted 3 days. I
Oh,
told you
it
to go
goes
back
away
down
immediately.
there and canoe. You know what I'm saying? You should go to
Canoe.
Santa Barbara and jumped in that fucking
I like
oily
kayaking,
water.
but that scares Paula.
Does she? So what the fuck? Just put her in a kayak with a helmet, like everybody else does. That's what they do. They put a helmet on those people.
She's
in
not
lifeguards.
worried about her head. She's worrying about drowning.
Fuck it. What did you guys do last week? Didn't you go in the ocean?
Yeah, we did those water bikes. That's like
In the water.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but it's impossible to fall. If you fall off, you deserve to fall off.
If you fucking fall off, you deserve to die anyway. Hopefully a shark will fucking bite you riding a bicycle in the water. What's wrong with you, cocksucker?
It was fun though.
I know, it's fun. All right.
How was your weekend?
Very good. Denver was, it was weird because it hit me hard Thursday, what had happened. It's like, listen, there's an expression that at the wake, at Meadows Soprano's wake, the mother, somebody said, Livia Soprano, if she fell in the sewer, she'd come out with 2 fucking gold watches. You know, she's one of those people. I got to tell you something. I went through some bad times in my life, but I always came out on top. I don't know how I did it.
Hey.
Oh,
Amen.
it's not a insult. It's not like an insult.
No. When I went to prison, I could have been so worse. And it came out, and it was everything in my favor. I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but at least I got out of there. It could have been worse. Could have been 9 fucking years. you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
This situation. Listen, when I left Boulder in June, what happened was, in '95, I was going through this war with my ex-wife, and I went to Michigan to do a weekend Memorial Day, and I met this crazy stripper, the one that pulled the aluminum foil out of her asshole. And she came to Colorado, and she goes, I'm moving to Seattle. She spent a week with me in Boulder with her brother. And then she went to Seattle, and she's like, I'm going to get an apartment for us. Come on up and stay with me. So I had that option. The Comedy Works had banned me, and I had nothing going on with the wife or whatever. I was basically broke. I mean, I basically had maybe $300, and Tribble called me and gave me a bunch of work that led me to Seattle.
Wow.
Like it was like a godsend. Like the last night was in like LaGrange or Oregon.
Yeah.
Which is like 8 hours from Seattle. I did the gig and just flew to fucking Seattle. And it was weird. I left and I was a broken man. I was heartbroken of what had happened. They took my daughter, I was broke. All I had going for me was I really, really wanted to do comedy. Something finally, after all these years, besides Coke, there was something I really, really wanted to do, and I would risk my life for it at this point. And I was frustrated because you want to get good. You want things to happen, and nothing happens. It's a slow process.
Yes.
And I was at the 3-year mark, at the 4-year mark,
That's where you go crazy.
and nothing was happening. And finally the phone rang in January, and it was Tribble, and he goes, hey, of the 95, he goes, hey, I got a gig for you. If you do well, I'll open the books for you. And he did. Then he kept opening up for me like 3-4 weeks. I got, that's how I did Tribble runs all the way to, I moved to Seattle. And even then, I did Tribble runs till 2000 was my last Tribble run.
Wow.
Because sometimes you just want to get really good. You want to work on a half hour. The
Get
only
out
way
of
to do
town.
is a Tribble run.
Yep.
It's 5 nights a week. You drive. You got a lot of time to think. You're not settled. There's no comfort zone. You're fucking gone, The rooms suck, but that's what makes you a better comic,
Yeah.
So when I left there, I had all these things going on. Nothing was going on, and I was a broken man. I get back to the club. I headlined it that I got banned from. So I left a criminal and came back a headliner.
Wow.
And I didn't realize it till I got on stage that night and I went back to my room, and it was so hard to digest that I didn't sleep all fucking night.
No.
I'm like, how did this happen?
It
Like,
was
that's-
all a dream.
No, it was, what's that song by the Talking Heads?
You may find yourself.
you know,
Yeah.
and living in a shotgun shack. Or you may find, how did I get here?
How
you
did
know?
I get here?
And that happens to me once every 90 days. I'm driving.
I'm surprised because I asked you before you left, and you didn't seem like it was fucking with you that much. But
Once I got there and I started
power.
walking around, and once I got to the club, I said, wait a second, I got thrown out of here. And I got thrown out of here when I was down, which is even worse. When you get thrown out, when things, like I got thrown out, and I immediately registered that I wasn't going to get nowhere in Denver. I was going to work McKelvey's and Wits End, and they were like 2D rooms, and they didn't like it dirty. The one room was Christian. I wasn't going to go nowhere. I mean, Wits End paid $800 a week to headline, and they gave you an old station wagon to drive around town. So if you didn't have a car, you know, and they stayed in the condo. It was horrible. McKelvey's paid like $1,000 to headline Tuesday to fucking Sunday. I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So I took off. I said, if you're not at the Comedy Works, there ain't no reason to be in Denver if you can't work the Comedy Works.
Yeah.
And it was just weird to go back, and some of my friends came. Then the other side of the token was the guys I hung out with were always chasing shit. The people I hung out with were salesmen. So they were always chasing for the better sales job, you know. They would go from car dealing, and then when they get mad at car dealing, they go sell stocks or investments, and then when they get mad at that, they go sell fishing poles. And they were always chasing $10,000 more.
Yeah.
But, is the air on?
yeah,
Oh, it's fucking warm in here. But,
do you want to turn it?
yeah, turn it up a little bit. Turn that motherfucker up. Those mushrooms are settling in.
Me too.
And that's what would kill me on the other side, that if I wouldn't have tried comedy and sat in Boulder, I would have been one of those guys. I have nothing against them.
Right.
But right now, they're my age, and they're probably making $80,000, and they're working 6 days a week. If they would have stayed at the same dealership
Right.
and crunched their legs in right now, they would have making $100,000 a year just showing up, because all those old deals come back to you after 5-4 years.
Absolutely.
So they
There's a
all
great life
travel.
lesson. there.
No, they all travel. Remember, life is what's that expression? Grass is always green on the other side, but it really fucking isn't. You know, sometimes I tell people this all the time. Sometimes people come to me and go, you know what, man? I'm selling encyclopedias, but I'm not making the money I want. Okay? So what are you going to do, Lee? Well, I think I'm going to get a part-time job to supplement my income. So you're going to sell encyclopedias from 8 to 5 on the phone, and then you're going to go supplement your another income job. Why don't we do this? Why don't you go to the fucking a bookstore and buy the Harvey Lembeck or whatever the fucking guy's name is that teaches you how to sell. There's
Yeah.
always a book in there
Always.
that teaches people how to sell. And you get on that fucking phone or whatever the fuck you're selling, and you stick it out, and you keep, because what these guys are doing, we're moving around every 90 days.
Persistence is.
And this is fucking, I've been doing comedy 24 fucking years, so these guys have been moving. Like when my friend came to see me, I go, you still at whatever Honda? He goes, no, that was 5 years ago. I went to investments, and I went to sell wine door to door. And I'm like, I didn't say nothing to him, but that night when I got home, I did the sign of the cross. And I said, how fucking lucky am I that at fucking 50, I'm still not moving from dealership to dealership? Oh my God.
Well, what do you?
So blessed.
What happens? Because I've heard both of you guys talk. Like, what happens for comedians and actors who have to change like management and agency? Because you have to change. Like, you outgrow it at a certain point, but then like, do you ever worry like, oh, maybe I'm making the mistake? I knew this guy. Like, it must be kind of weird. Like,
There's
kind
a
of the
bunch
same
of
choice.
variations, but what happens is, sometimes an agent retires. Okay, sometimes you'll get a call and say, this guy's like, I'm leaving the business. But sometimes you get an agent that calls you and says, I'm going to a different agency. And they bring a few people with them, and, so now you have to, whoever you tell no to is going to be mad at you. You don't win. You don't win.
Right, yeah.
You have to tell somebody. Some people don't give a fuck about it. I do, because I get involved with them, because I feel that when I get involved with an agent, he'll work for me a little bit more personally.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
'cause
get
it happened-
involved with them.
It happens with like every time I left a job, I'd be like, fuck. Like even before college, like when I was working at CVS, every time I left, like I went to go to the movie theater, and I hated the movie theater the first couple days. So like you worry about like you made the wrong choice. So I can see where your friends are coming from.
You never listen. Once you go, you fucking go. Once you go, you go. You don't look back. There's no wrong choice. If you do, what's an educated guess?
Estimate?
A hypothesis, or
Yeah.
whatever. I'll sit down. I thought it out when I got the call that Thursday. I thought it out. I sat down all weekend. I was somewhere, and I did the fucking Abe Lincoln close and
Yeah.
the pros and the cons, and I thought it out, and I knew the major decision was somebody's feelings were going to get hurt.
Yeah.
If I stayed at one place, I was going to hurt the one guy, and if I stayed at the other place, I was going to hurt the one guy.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you got to remember, it's your agent who got you there. Ari made a good point, because I called Ari, and he goes, when I was with Origin, when what's-his-name left, they called me and said, so now we're ready to go to work. Lawrence who left, and he's like, well, I am not staying. I've had Lawrence since day one. He's the one that got me all this work. I can't just fucking can him and stay.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like agencies where you sign across the board with somebody, because now you're fucked for everything else.
Yeah.
So you want to go with Aqua for commercials. You want to go with CAA for bookings. You want to go with, Fountain Blue fucking agency. So that doesn't happen. That's why people say when you go across the board, it's a bad thing.
Makes sense. I never thought about it like that, but it's true.
But
You
it's
limit
ju-
yourself.
But it's just weird how this thing happened this weekend. That it was full fucking circle. And you sit there and, that night I thought about, did I ever think of this happening? Not in a million years. I always thought maybe I'd get better at doing comedy, but I didn't think the Comedy Works would take me back. So I'm proud that they did. I'm really happy. They had some great shows. Great people came. You know how that club is, bro.
It's the best.
That club's a fucking monster. That club. And if somebody's high energy and loud, that club is built for them.
Yes.
Because it's low ceilings and shit.
Yes.
I had great sets. I had to work with Steve McGrew, who was a fucking killer to follow, but he lifted the room. He just took him out of the fucking dregs. He's such a brilliant comic,
Yeah.
Worked with a couple guys. I worked with Rick Kearns. I hadn't seen Rick in 20 years.
I know
Rick is
that
my
name. I don't
main
know if
man
I ever
from
worked
Denver.
with him, but I know that name.
Rick was a guy that I looked up to more than Todd Jordan. Todd Jordan was helping me, but Rick didn't give a fuck. Rick threw bottles at people's faces. Rick threw drinks at people's face. First time I got a call from Rick, we were working for Bill Bauer, not Wild Bill Bauer, who's dead. Bill Bauer was a skier that booked rooms in Colorado. Great
Wow.
sweetheart of a guy. If it wasn't for him, I couldn't pay my rent because I would call him and go, I can't pay rent. Can you front me the money and then just give me gigs? And he'd do it all the time. That's how cool he was.
Wow.
So Rick called me one day and goes, hey, I need for you to pick me up. I need for you to do this open for me. I'll give you $200, but part of that $50 is for driving. You got to drive. So I'm going to never forget. He got to my house. He's like, you take the keys, stop at a liquor store. First thing is first. Emptied out a fucking Gatorade, put vodka in it, and we drank that all the way up to Riverton, Wyoming. And I was like Lee. There was no saying no to Rick Kearns. You don't tell Lee, like, no, I don't feel like drinking. Fuck, I used to drink with him.
Yeah.
Because I knew he wouldn't stop. And we'd do these gigs, and we'd write together, and he was the opposite of Todd Jordan. Was very professional, very on time, wore nice. Rick Kearns he was dirty. He yelled at club owners. Then he went when I moved to Seattle, he goes, I'll help you any way you could, because he took fourth in the SF San Francisco comedy competition.
Wow.
In like 85. So I was up there in 80s. What the fuck am I talking? He won it like in 95. I was in Seattle in 96, so he told me that he gave me all the references to call Fox
Gotcha.
and everything. But he got arrested in Chattanooga for going to buy crack.
Ah,
And they threw him in the cell and they sprayed him. He cursed at the cops and he fought him. So they sprayed him with mace and they put him in the hole. And every time the sun shined on him, it would kick up the mace.
Ugh.
And he would be in there crying and scratching. Fucking, I sent him money in jail.
Wow.
And he came out and he got a great radio gig. And then he was writing for The Puppet from Vegas, the one that won America's.
Oh,
He was the
The Ahmed guy, right?
artistic director.
Jeff.
not for Jeff Dunham, the other guy.
No, the other guy. Some guy with a puppet, like a hand puppet.
Yeah, that guy killed it.
Yes, the guy killed it. He's just a great guy. Now he's running for Ron White, and he writes for. He's a great.
That's great.
Bro, he charges $3 an hour. I think it's $300 a joke, and like $5,000 a bit or something. That
Wow.
is crazily.
What is that like? Is that a lot for?
I never knew what people charge.
Me
I don't even
neither.
know what people charge.
Like,
That's-
have you ever tried to think about what you would charge for it? Like,
I
not
can't
not
write.
that you would ever write, but like, since a lot of your day is spent writing and like not making like a salary, like, have you thought about how much writing makes you?
No.
No, that's a lot of money.
That's a
though.
complete different animal to get involved in.
Yeah.
That's a complete different animal. Because if you're writing, now you got to get the writing agent.
Right.
And you always got to write for free for a while. You got to write for free.
I just meant like you're writing, like how much you think it's worth. Like
Garbage.
Really?
Garbage. Nobody says Joey's a good fucking writer. Right? So move on with
Oh,
the
I
fucking
completely
question.
disagree with that.
I'm not a good writer. I
Oh,
have
yes,
more
you
energy. No, I don't. I have more energy. That's what sells the joke. I do smoke and mirrors, my friend.
No, it's all
And
tied
the
together.
voices.
No.
I'm
You're
not
such a good writer, and your voice is so unique. That's why you don't think it's good, because nobody else in the world could do it. That's how you know your writing's brilliant. Because you tap into what comedy is. It's giving the audience A plus B, and then they make the connection C. It's giving them the dots, and then they have to connect the dots. You're a master of that. You put that, like every great performer, you put that feeling in somebody's chest. It's the whole reason to use words, is to create that feeling. It's not what you say, it's what you make them feel. And that's what you kill at.
I didn't know.
Of course. I watch you and I'm like, oh, genius.
I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah, you're the best. That's
can't
why
fucking
you're the
write.
guy. Everybody
This
watches.
fucking guy trying to embarrass me.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying. I'll just be
Trying to
quiet.
embarrass me over here in front of my friends and shit. You calling me a deadbeat? here?
Sometimes I'm on your show and I just can't believe I'm here. It's
You
the
know
best.
what the fuck?
That's
How
it.
you doing, man? What's going on in your world? You talked to Gabriel, the boys. They showed up.
I just
in
texted
Vegas.
him today about a pro wrestling article I read. Been around the world since Easter. From Easter that Monday, I flew to China. Then I was in town for a couple days. Went up to Yuck Yucks in Calgary. The best. They
The
love
best.
you up there.
They're great.
Canadians are my favorite people.
Canadians are crazy,
The
bro.
nicest.
When it comes to comedy, it's in their fucking blood. It's in their blood. man.
Absolutely.
That's the thing with like, they love it. They love it, and they love it when it's crazy, and they love it when it's loud, and they just love it.
Yeah, they're
Canadians have
amazing.
this different patois than
I
the
love 'em.
Americans. Yeah.
I love them. And then from there, I did a USO tour with Byrne. We went to Iraq and Kuwait. And then I just did a bunch of one-nighters with Paulie through Texas and Wisconsin. So now I'm in town and I'm on the Church of What's Happening Now.
Now,
Left
how
and Right.
long are you in home for?
This is the longest stretch I've had since the CD came out. So since November, I'm in town for the next gig I know for sure I've booked is the week after 4th of July, La Jolla Comedy. Lee's already laughing.
Yeah, he's
I'm in
going
San Diego again.
Why don't you just buy a house in San Diego? Call
One
it
day I
quits?
will.
Jesus Christ. What are you giggling about, fucko?
Cause I just knew, like he'll ask me like once a week, how's Steve Simeone? And like the last couple of weeks, I had to say San Diego. Like you were just there, like a few months
Yeah, I
ago,
did
and then
that
like 2 weeks ago.
One-nighter down
So he
there.
always just said Mr. San Diego.
Mr. San Diego. That's his fucking name. He loves it. Nobody goes more to San Diego than Steve fucking DeSimone.
It's one of the only good open one-nighters you can get from LA, right? There's always somebody's got a room down there that they'll throw some cash at you.
They got a ton of rooms down there now.
Tons.
And they got the Harrah's. Monique is booking Harrah's. They got a ton of shit in San
Great.
Diego. And years ago, they had nothing. La Jolla and something else.
Oh yeah, Moondoggies, whatever the hell it was.
They still do Moondoggies.
Get out of here.
Tuesday night. Somebody's got to be booking it. Somebody, and they had 3 rooms down there. They had the one room, I forget the name, on Mondays. That didn't last long, but it was great. Then they had Tuesday night, Moondoggies. Then Wednesday was the shithole next to them.
Yes.
And then you went to that Rosita's, the Mexican place around the corner. The best. That's my world.
Yeah, I like it down there.
The carnitas from there are the best carnitas I've ever had in my fucking life.
Oh, the Mexican food in El Paso was so good.
Oh, yeah. They don't
It's
fucking...
a whole different
Did
thing.
Patrick Candelaria show up? Pat
No.
Candelaria, big guy. Who was the MC? It was just you and Paulie?
Yeah, two-man show.
They got a couple good comics in El Paso. El Paso was a town that I cut my comedy teeth in, and I fucking cut my comedy teeth in. Like, I don't work for Bart anymore, but I think the last time I worked for Bart was when Freddie died, around there,
wow.
2006, 2007.
Freddie
I
was
went down there for the 4th of
2005.
July, and it's amazing. It's going to be 10 years this month, right?
Yeah, 10 years in, was it June?
Like a week, yeah. This is it. This is it right now. That's the quickest 10 years out, because the longest yard came out, Freddie dropped. Freddie dropped that June, because I remember I was going somewhere and I couldn't go to the Wake or nothing. We had just done the Houston Comedy Festival. It's amazing. It's been fucking 10 years. 10
Longest
fucking-
Yard was 10 years ago, too?
2005.
I remember
man.
visiting you down on the set. Goldberg was in the trailer next door. Stone Cold Steve Austin's walking by. It was the craziest.
Oh, my God.
Kevin
you
Nash.
came down a couple times, did you not?
Yes. Yeah,
I know Ari came down a couple times. And you know what?
that was incredible.
For me, it was a great experience to turn you guys onto it. Like, I was watching this every day, and my head would, listen, the first time I walked into the table read, my head I just kept sitting there going, I wish there was Periscope, because nobody's ever going to believe me. I wish I had Periscope right now because nobody's ever going to believe what I'm looking at. Nobody. I mean, nobody. Coming where I came from, nobody would believe when I walked into that room how my value in life was garbage, and I felt even more garbagey because
I hate
this
hearing
one.
that.
He walked. First of all, the guy when the limo pulled up, Adam Sandler greeted me, said, "Let me take that," and took my luggage. He had flip flops on, a pair of shorts.
Wow.
And I'll never forget looking at this guy going, "So this isn't your get up just in movies? This is your get up in real life? You just don't care." Like he
Yeah.
had a flannel shirt on and some broken swim trunks
Yeah.
and some fucked up sneakers on. And he picked up my, "Hey, great to have you. Come on, let's go upstairs." And I went upstairs and there's a table, like a fucking table, like a spread, like a Last Supper,
Yeah.
packed with food. And all those savages are eating the food, and they're bringing in dishes. It's Paramount. They're bringing in dishes. And they're like, "Go help yourself." And I took like a piece of Sam. I had, and I've told this story before, I had, I don't know, maybe $10, $25. I had enough for a pack of cigarettes. I had maybe 3 or 4 joints, maybe 2 joints.
Wow.
And I had enough to tip the I tipped the limo driver $5. I mean, that's all I
Oh, you
had. I'm
had.
like, "I'm sorry." And he's like, "Don't worry about these people. Take care of me." And I had like $20. And I went in, and I'm sitting here going, when are these people going to ask me how much money I have or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They
yeah.
were eating at first. They were eating when I got there. So I just went over and picked it. And the first head I saw was Romanowski. And I just put my head back down. Then I looked up again, and there was the big Indian with Warriors. When I saw Warriors come out to play,
Oh yeah.
in the room, I couldn't even look up anymore. I'm like, these guys are going to fire me. They're doing a background check as we speak. I'm going to get fired.
Wow.
I mean, I couldn't. This is just. And then Burt Reynolds was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Great." You know, and he's like, "Sit down next to me. Come on, boy, sit down next to me. Let's do this together." Now, so I had him, Irvin.
Wow.
I had Irvin to one side. I had Irvin to the left of me, and fucking Burt to
Burt
the right of
Reynolds.
me. I had Nick Turturro across from me. I had Warriors come out to play, and I had Kevin Nash. That's who was right in my
Wow.
view. And I kept looking for my scene. You know, like you had to yellow it and then
Yeah.
say the line.
Yeah.
Every time I had to speak, I was like, "When are they gonna fire me?"
Yeah.
And then when I walked out, they go, "Psst, come here for a second." I go, "Oh, there you go. They're gonna fire me." They go, "Hey, you gotta go to the doctor for a physical, and you have to go sign your contract. We're gonna only sign you for 4 weeks." Oh my God. That was the deal. Something was gonna happen at the prison to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be able to play something. But after I was there for 1 week, they paid me to do Ugats.
Wow.
I would take the fucking limo. No, they gave me a rental car. I would take the rental car down there and eat their lunch.
Wow.
You know, like their lunch at 1, I would
Yeah.
go right down there, eat the fucking chicken, the rice
Yeah.
and beans. The first couple weeks, we did everything at the high school gym. And the tables were like, you know, they're fucking professional football players. They want to eat everything. I mean, there was everything.
Yeah.
Eggs, oatmeal, you know, there was everything, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I would go there and eat and see these guys and go, they're going to fire me. The first week when I didn't work, oh my God, I was in my room going, they know I kidnapped somebody. They're getting the paperwork ready right now. For a week, every time I got high, I was get paranoid they were going to fire me. Then the second week, I didn't work Monday, but Tuesday I did something. We did who were going to kill? The guards.
Yeah.
Who were going to rip? The guards. And then we did the opening scene, meatball, whatever. What's the line I say? Something.
Which one?
From the beginning, the first line when tryout, football.
Somebody get me
trios.
Diet Coke?
Football
Oh.
tryouts. Football tryouts, you dummy. Then the next day, I did the stomach. When they put me, and they're like, "Go, just talk." And I'm like, "Don't you fucking cut me, cocksuckers." No, you can't say cocksucker, Joey. "Don't you cut me, you fucks." You can't say you fucks, Joey. "Don't you cut me, assholes." Like, I was out in the rain. And that scene, they had me on a tarp. It's so weird how you don't see it. They had me on a tarp. And it was fucking about to pour. And they're like, "Joey, what do you think?" And I'm like, "Let's shoot this motherfucker." I kept shooting it, and they're like, "Go." And Adam and Chris Rock are howling. They're on the sides fucking howling. And I'm like, "You motherfuckers, don't fucking cut me, you fuck." And like, "Do it again, do it again, do it again." Then the fucking sky blew up. And we all ran to the trailers and shit. And we're all in there. They're all giggling at me, hit me. Like that was now everybody in the set was talking to me.
Yeah.
Like everybody in the set was like, "Now you did the job."
Yeah. You
Now
did it.
before
earned
you
it.
can't say nothing until you rock them. You can't say nothing. You got to sit there like you're retarded. Once I did that, you should have heard him. Bam, Joey, fuck. We were dying. Even Nick was like, oh. So now it's raining, but I mean not regular raining. The sky is black type deal. And we go to our trailers, and they go, don't leave. Just stay in the trailers. We didn't want to drive in this weather. So once it's cooled down, they used to have a hut where they would bring all the film to, and everybody, the producers would watch the dailies.
Yeah.
And when I walked out, guys, I never said this to nobody. I could hear them laughing, and I said to myself, that's a shame. I only have 10 more days on this set. They didn't give me a chance to show them what I could really do. Once I get warmed up and now I got
comfortable.
And when I got, they said, go eat dinner and we'll talk to you. And at dinner they came and go, Adam wants to see you. And I go, fuck. And when I walked to Adam, he gave me a piece of paper and he goes, sign that. They're going to extend you for 17 more weeks. Congratulations.
Wow.
And we gave you a raise and we'll put you on the F series you're in. I was like, I had tears in my eyes.
What's F series?
F series means it's like a SAG contract where it's an ensemble cast.
Oh.
So if you're part of an ensemble cast, they have different shooting things. Like you have to show up every day, even if you don't work. There was a lot of little variables that they could, unless you had permission not to be there, you know. So it was just amazing. I went back to my trailer and started crying. I'm like, this isn't happening. This isn't fucking happening, you know. And the next day I got there and they already had the welcome suit. They had like a camera for me. You know, I mean, Adam went, you know.
He really is as sweet as he seems.
Yeah, it was like $1,000. It was like T-shirts and underwear and brand new socks and a camera, accessories for your cell phone. I mean, he went all out. They had tons of shit to give you.
Wow.
And but that was the story, man. And then I would bring you guys when we were here. That was in New Mexico. If I could have brought you guys to New Mexico, your head really would have blown up.
Really?
Because they had umbrella girls. They went to Albuquerque and hired strippers for $200 cash a day to come and put them up. And all the football players were fucking them and tormenting them. To put them up at the... So they would come every day and just stand with umbrellas and bikinis and hot pants. And,
wow.
And you were assigned a fucking umbrella girl. Are you
Craziness.
fucking crazy? And anytime you move, they move with you.
That's why it's always like, this movie cost $100 million to produce. You know, they have umbrella girls.
They're fucking umbrella girls.
That's
man.
insane.
That's insane. So when we brought you, when I got you up to it, like I had to show people this. And I didn't want to show just anybody. Like I wanted to show my blood. I wanted to show comics who I really believed in because let me tell you something, man. If I wouldn't have done a warm up to that movie, I would have gotten fired. I tell people there's 2 projects that I should have gotten fired from. That there's no way I could have come to the General Hospital, fired. If I would have came here and I would have got General Hospital from the jump, fired. That's 101 acting. That's what you don't talk to nobody. They give you paperwork at the gate. Hi, Joe Diaz here. Boom. They give you an envelope. They tell you what room to go to, and they go, keep your eye on the wall because there's like a stock exchange. Yeah. It just moves. It says, scene 38, come to the stage for rehearsal. They don't you can't be on the stage. You just have to sit in your room dressed. Wow. And there's a microphone and a thing, and they'll go, scene 44, come in for rehearsal. You got to go in there, rehearse the scene, go put your clothes on. And you go back in there, and there ain't no cuts. There's no nothing. Let's say the line is, I fucked you in the ass, Mildred, and you fucked everything up except Mildred. They go, pick it up from the top. And don't say, I fucked you in the ass, Mildred. They want you to pick it up from where you fucked up the line. That's how professional they are. They speed along. They don't have time. They don't have time to stop and train you. It's a 3-camera shoot against the wall. So they're just moving. They're just moving. So they call you out there, and they're like, Joe, you ready? Yeah. They don't even call you by your name. Scene 34, come out for rehearsal. Blah, 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 blah. All right, we'll see you guys. Go back to your room and change. We'll look up the teleprompter. Scene 24, come back and shoot. You go up there. Beep, 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 beep. Pew. There's no turnarounds. There's no, let's do this. Let's do a halt from the top. Go sit down for 45 minutes. No. They fucking burn right through the scenes. When you go in there, you rehearse that motherfucker. You run back, you put your clothing on, and you come back. I would have got fired from that, and I would have got fired from the longest shot. If I would have got that right away, yeah, couldn't have handled it. There's no way. There were so many variables. The acting, like you have to remember tattoos, what tattoos you got and where, because they don't know. They just give the fucking guy a package every morning. Okay, so you have to tell them no, it's right fucking there. So you have to know exactly for the camera, and some of the PAs will come and fuck with you, bro. You got to go do that tattoo over. It's too close to your knuckle. I don't have pictures from yesterday and go, look
Wow.
where it was yesterday. Yeah, there was a lot of little things I couldn't get fucking used to. And plus my insecurities.
Yeah.
Just your insecurity alone. You know, it's not a movie with 4 college kids.
Right.
This is Chris
Major
Rock looking
leagues.
at you and fucking, you know.
Burt Reynolds.
What's the other guy? You know, the guy that got into the car
Tracy
accident.
Jordan.
Tracy Morgan. And all these fucking people. You can't fucking... When they say, all right, ready, Joey? Yeah, action. There's 200 people watching.
Got to deliver.
This isn't fucking 10 people in a room. There's 200 people going, come on, Joey. And you're like... It's like a fucking fist fight. It's like going to a school play, you know? So I wouldn't have made it. So when I brought you guys, I wanted you guys. I only brought you and Ari.
Wow.
You, Ari, and maybe there was 2 other people. Dave Crowder, Marilyn's husband. I
Oh,
told Burt
yeah.
Reynolds that he was a probation officer. That's how I got him on the set. They're like, you're on probation for what? Don't worry about it. What's his name? Why are you here? And Burt Reynolds got him and gave him an ear beating for like 3 hours about why he wanted to go into law enforcement. So when Dave left there, Dave looks down on me from heaven every day and goes, Joey's all right. No matter
Wow.
what happened. Because I took him on that set and fed him. He ate at the fucking lunch with it. You ate too.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh,
You
oh.
introduced me to Burt Reynolds, the first person you introduced me to.
Did I?
Uncle Burt. Here's Steve Simeone of the Philadelphia Simones. And then you got him to start telling Steve McQueen stories about him and Steve McQueen at the Formosa.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, is this happening? So then that happens, and we're having laughs. You're making Burt Reynolds laugh.
Oh, we were the whole time. We were getting
So
high.
then
We're
Adam
getting high.
Sandler comes over, and Adam Sandler's like wanted to be in the mix with you and Burt Reynolds, and I'm going, what am I doing here? Don't say anything. Don't say anything. And then you introduced me as a comic, and then Sandler told me a story about when he had a big, huge showcase at the Ice House, and he bombed and forgot everything. And he was like, Joey, we're making movies now. He goes, it's so much easier than stand-up comedy. And I went, oh, where am I? Where am I?
Oh my God.
I remember it all.
You know, I love when I love decent people. I love like Lee. When I call Lee and tell him I'm gonna fuck you up, motherfucker, we're doing heroin, and all he does, oh my God, he knows I'm giggling in the background.
Yeah.
When you went up to Adam and told him your story, like Adam, hold on one second. Here's the script. Let me talk to you. Adam would look at me, and I could tell he was enjoying it. And I'll tell you why he was enjoying it, because I know I was rubbing a lot of people wrong, but he loved me. Do you follow me? Like, that's why
Yes.
he loved me even more.
Yeah.
Because he knew I was rubbing the fucking producer wrong. He knew the director hated me. He knew the other producer hated me. He knew, like, everybody was like, we don't know, we should take Joe Diaz. And he's like, I'm going to give this fat fuck a shot. I'll watch him personally. When my nutsack fell out of my shorts, first person that came over and said, hey, psst, put that speed bag in your shirt was fucking Adam Sandler. How cool is that? Most people come up with you, what the fuck, you're not decent? Adam was howling. Adam and Joe Rogan are the same person. You know, when they're in the room serious and people are like, listen, Joe, you really got to team it down with Joey. Joe goes crazy. I go, why? Why? You better team it down. Why? That guy is fucking fun to have. Joe goes off. And that's how Adam, that day, when I went up to Adam Sandler, I go, and he's talking to all these fucking industry people. It's the day Nelly's album went double platinum. He sold the 2 albums the same day.
And whatever. It
Yes,
was. And he had that brand new Rolls Royce or Bentley or
You have
whatever.
no idea,
it was.
Lee. This is all going on this day. So they come in that morning and say to us, hey, now this is all the people from the movie, and that's the scene I took my pants off, right? I walked back and I'm like, I'm not dressing for this. And they're like, you have to. And I waited till everybody left the room. I didn't argue. I knew exactly how to get what I wanted. I knew exactly how to get how I wanted. Adam. I didn't fuck around with nobody else. I went right to Adam and fought my case. Like, they wanted me to smoke. And I was like, Adam, come here. I ain't smoking. Who said you didn't smoke? You do what you want, Joey. Don't bother me. He loved it. The day he gave me the microphone, it was him that gave me the microphone with all those kids there. And then he ran away, and I could see him in the back going, howling like a kid. Dante was there. Ask
Oh, my
Dante.
God.
They said, don't give Joey the microphone. Don't give him the microphone.
Wait, I don't know if I know this story. What happened?
It was crowd. The crowd.
The
was
crowd
there.
warm-up
When
stuff?
the crowd warm-up comes in, there's a
Yeah.
warm-up.
Yeah.
So they're like, and Dante knew me. So me and Dante are fucking around. I guess they went to Dante and said, when you pass that mic around, don't give it to Joey Diaz. Adam took it from Dante and gave it to Joey Diaz. And he's like, go up there and do 5 minutes. And people are like, shut it down, shut it down. They're grabbing kids, and Adam is like, feed him, go. He's loving it with his little fucking meme machine shit. I'll never forget it. He was loving it. And then when they came back and they gave the thing, he goes, don't fuck them. He goes, don't worry about them. He goes, I told them. That's the one who, he gave me that moniker. He goes, listen, as soon as you walk in the room becomes R-rated. They all knew that, fuck him. And he walked away from me.
Wow.
That's how cool that man was. That's how cool. Anybody, listen, that's why when people talk about Adam Sandler, like his movies, not about his movies, man. It's how he treats people. Mm-hmm. You know, Freddie, because Freddie Soto did the movie with him after me.
Yeah, Spanglish.
Spanglish. So Freddie went to the premiere with Adam. And Freddie called me the next day. He goes, dog, I asked him, he goes, I didn't want to ask him during the movie, but I asked him at the thing about, what'd you think of my man Joey Diaz? And he goes, hold on one second. He goes, where did that motherfucker come? He stole my movie. He goes, he fucking came on that set. And he was high-fiving people. I mean, you know, after a month, I ran that.
Yeah, of
I had
course.
my own uniforms.
Yeah, everybody.
I had people giving me massages.
You had guys picking us up on golf carts.
On golf carts.
And gators. I'm like, what is... No, he'll take you to... He'll get something to eat.
Didn't they give you gators? Didn't they give you gators?
The guy picked
Romanowski,
me up.
with gators on.
Yeah, and I go, what is this?
Because Romanowski had a gator company. So he was giving those shoes to everybody. And he gave the gay guy a pink one. Romanowski don't fuck around. He hated that kid. He gave him pink fucking shoes.
You had Romo. Romo, I got a big Eagles fan over here. You introduced me to everybody.
Now, did I bring you or Ari the day Burt Reynolds hit the touchdown to win the game? Was it both of you, or was it Ari? Because Ari said he was right. I was right there. Oh, my God. That's Burt fucking Reynolds. I had to call my father. It was fucking surreal. And now I never wanted you to go on a set and go, this is shit. I was on the longest show with Joey. These motherfuckers are punk-ass bitches compared to what I saw.
Oh, I remember telling people when I got back to the Comedy Store, they were like, I forget who it was. They were like, oh, really? Was that? And I go, you don't understand. And then they told everybody that me and you got into a chicken fight with Adam Sandler and Burt Reynolds. I was on your shoulders, and Burt Reynolds was on Adam Sandler's shoulders. People were like, no way. It was the best.
It was the best. He
so
really,
much fun.
You know, I think Adam, like I watch Adam in other movies now, and like the other day, Zohan was on yesterday. People didn't like
That's
Zohan.
great. I love that
I
one.
watched it because it's
Pretty
Adam.
good one, yeah.
I watched it because it was Adam, because I was thinking how I went to audition, and I wrote him a letter. If I want work, all I have to do is write Adam Sandler a letter. Like, I haven't seen him in 2 years. He just finished the Cowboy movie.
Oh, cool.
I'm writing him a letter next week. I've been thinking about it for like a month. It's time for an Adam Sandler letter. So maybe his next movie's in Hawaii. Because he
be
shoots all
amazing.
those fucking movies in Hawaii, too, you know.
Genius.
They were going to shoot the longest shot in Hawaii. I think they would have been. But then they couldn't figure out how they were going to CGI the trees out.
Oh, my God.
That was the problem. They didn't know how they were going to get rid of the fucking palm trees. Really? No, that's why I brought... It's weird. We're still friends, fucking 12 years later, and I had the utmost respect. I knew you were going to do something with your life. I just wanted you to see that so you could see what I was seeing through my eyes. And for that whole shooting, I was waiting to die. I'm not going to lie to any of you guys. I was waiting for a building to fall on me, and I was ready to accept it. I was that far. I was such a loser for such a long time. This didn't put me in a high. I never looked at it like a
That to me is the devil.
No. I looked at it as nothing had been working out for me for so long.
Yeah.
So when I got this, it was I felt like something was going to happen. Like I was either going to die of a heart attack. I kept thinking a building was going to fall on me. I remember laughing in Santa Fe, going, "When is this building going to fall on me? It's only 5 floors. It's not going to happen here. It's going to happen in LA at 200.
It's a giant
not a
skyscraper.
fucking regular one. It's like a piano is going to fall on me. It was just too surreal.
It's too good.
It was too surreal to be at a table, the prison table at the end when we were eating the chicken. We got so fucking high. I bought a pound for $2,500 and brought it with me. It was so good, the weed. I just brought it with me. I sold half of it to Nelly, and I gave the other half to other people. Me and Nelly and the rest of us were so fucking stoned. Now, what's the quarterback from the other team? He hates weed. They put him in Nelly's trailer by mistake. And he had smoked weed in there, and he got pissed. He didn't like drugs. So we went out of our way to torment that fucking guy.
Oh, that's hysterical.
The quarterback. But that scene, we got so high. We ate so much chicken they had to send out and get more stuffing. That's what we were eating. Whatever we were eating in that thing. Oh, the cranberry sauce. We ate the fucking 10 cans of cranberry sauce.
Oh,
They kept
my
saying,
God.
how can cranberry sauce
Be
disappear?
that delicious?
We were so fucking stoned. We ate the cranberry sauce. And that scene, we was there for a day. That scene, what made that scene even better was that fucko, we just mentioned him. He was next to me when he ripped the door off the trailer. What was his name? Yeah.
Goldberg?
Goldberg. Goldberg is good friends with the TV host from Chicago, Maury Povich.
I didn't know that.
So he did this. Sorry about that, people. I'm trying to not make the bottle. And so he did a benefit. He brought kids that day, like 100 homeless kids or something.
Wow. Maury Povich did?
And we're wrecked. And Goldberg, we're wrecked. We're stoned to the gills. And these kids are walking around us asking us fucking creepy questions. How do I get into stand-up? And shit. It's just amazing. I remember hugging this little black. I couldn't. Where I had been, I had never seen anything like that. I had done a movie with James Coburn. I had done little things already. I had done Spider-Man 2 already when I got that movie. But nothing impacted me like the first month of the longest shot. I walked around and I didn't do blow at all in Santa Fe till the last week where I took that little chick home that sucked the bottles that Tracy Morgan kept asking if she wants a black baby. That fucking little dirty bitch. That's the only person I did blow with. I mean, that was it. I mean, I was so in this zone that this is not happening. This is like my mother dying. This is not happening. This dream, I'm going to wake up out of this dream. They're going to fire me. But, it was just a good preparation. Like, it really...
It was amazing. I remember, now in hindsight, I look back at stuff like that. I remember it was Joe Rogan that told me that he goes, fame comes to you in stages. And it was exactly what you were just saying. He said that he was like, this has got to be 14 years ago at the Comedy Store, 12 years ago. He was like, if tomorrow night you got on the Tonight Show, there was a fallout, and they go, put Steve Simeone on the Tonight Show, and he goes, and you killed it. He's like, you could kill it right now. He goes, but that would be the worst thing in the world for you because you wouldn't be able to handle it. You would lose your mind. He was like, it's got to come to you in stages. He goes, first you're going to become friends with somebody famous. And he was like, that's the great thing about the Comedy Store. It's like, look at it. He goes, do you think of me as famous? I go, I guess so. He goes, yeah, but it's not a big deal to you. He goes, I was just in Florida with Joey Diaz. We were in the mall, and people go, there's the guy from News Radio. This was even before UFC blew up. And he goes, we got chased in the mall. He goes, they didn't know how to handle seeing somebody famous. He goes, but now we're friends. He goes, I'm not Joe Rogan from TV. I'm just Joe to you. And I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, now that's the first level. He goes, the second stage. He goes, one of your friends, and I remember Ren Azizi and Ari were there. And he goes, one of these guys, it could be him, it could be him. One of your friends is going to become famous. And he goes, and that's what's going to trip you out. You're going to start going, wait, we're working the door at the Comedy Store together, and now he's making movies. And he goes, and that's what you need. He goes, because then it starts to seem normal to you. You get exposed to it without the pressure of performing. And he was like, and then what's going to happen is you're slowly going to start to become famous and not even realize it. He goes, because when one of your best friends is shooting a movie, you're pissed that you just got to do the Tonight Show. You're going to go, yeah, I did the Tonight Show, but I should have done the Tonight Show 5 years ago. So it's all going to be behind where you think you're supposed to be. And he goes, and that's how it seems normal to you. And he goes, and that's why you're making movies, but you're really thinking about what are you going to produce next. You don't even think acting in a movie is a big deal. And I'm like, that's genius.
It's true.
It's so true.
When I came out here, I never expected big things. I knew what I didn't want to be. I knew
That's important.
I didn't want to be Seinfeld. I knew I always wanted to be a character in a big show. Let them, what's the show with the gay guy, Grace?
Will and Grace?
Will and Grace. That show is not about those two jamokes. I like them both. That show is about the chick, the alcoholic, the little short girl.
I never saw that.
Oh, she's torture.
I never saw the
She
show.
was fucking tremendous on that.
She was really good.
It was their show, but it was her and Jack.
Yeah.
Who fucking demolished that show. I mean, she demolished that show. She was everything a character wanted to be. Rich, a drunk, married to a 70-year-old guy. All her comments, a drunk, fucking everything. She's just a drunk with vodka. She made that show, but nobody gave her credit. I did Children's Hospital with her, and I saw her running in the halls and she's doing the clown shit. And I walked up to her. I'm like, listen, that fucking Darman Greg, Grace and Slick, whatever his name
Yeah.
Will
is.
and Grace.
You fucking rocked that. And she's like, thank you. I mean, you really rocked that.
Wow. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. 'Cause if you say she killed it, I gotta
she
see
kills
this.
it, dog. She fucking kills it. Every episode. She was the episode.
That's
She was the
awesome.
show. Her and the Mexican maid. Her
Yeah.
and the Mexican fucking maid were fucking brilliant. Brilliant together.
So that's like your ideal role.
Yes. Just come on the show and let me go fucking crazy. Let somebody else be their name on the thing. Let them do all that. I want that. I never wanted that guy. I
Right.
never wanted to sit in a fucking BMW. I never wanted to walk into a fucking comedy club 8 deep. That's not necessary.
Yeah.
Those things are not necessary to me. I don't judge my manhood by me driving a Beamer and throwing keys at a valet.
Right.
I see the attitude. I don't not like Beamers because I don't like them because people get this different attitude when they drive a Beamer, especially here.
Yes.
You know, they don't even, you make all this money and you have all these options to buy a car, but you go buy this Beamer because that's what that's always bothered me.
Yep.
You know, when I did a lot of movies, when I go to studios, I see all these lines up in Beavers.
Same cars.
Beamers. Like, nobody has any creativity. Like, they all want to be part of the same fucking gang.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. That's why a Beamer, and then to what? To spend $60,000 to do 35? Go fuck your mother.
Yeah.
If I get a fucking Beamer, they ain't. If I do 90 in the Subaru, can you imagine what I'm doing in the fucking Beamer? You know, I mean, it's. I was thinking about what's going on with you in your life right now. Right now, you're a rocket ship with all the right people sitting it, but they haven't loaded the gunpowder in it.
Yeah.
Like, you're ready to take off. It's just a matter of, it's like when you go to an airport and they're behind, there's 15 flights.
Yeah,
or anything,
yeah.
It's whenever your plane takes off. Because
Thank
you
you.
never really know what's going on, but you can always see a guy that's doing the right choices. I didn't know then, but I know now that for some reason in all my cocaines, when we were fucking around in Vegas with TJ and DJ, whatever his
Oh,
fucking name,
yeah.
that I still was making good choices as a comic. I was still trying. I knew that I wasn't going to make it as a comic. I fucking knew it. I knew that what I wanted wasn't going to come to me as a comic. So I went through the back door. It's funny how all these people on Twitter hit me and they go, Joey, I'm watching you on base. I didn't know. That was me, guy. I've been fucking at this for 10 years.
Sure.
I've been at this for 18 years, okay? Nothing, I could always see when I smell somebody who's looking for a quick hit. I know when somebody approaches me and they have their nose wide open. You can always tell when somebody's walking into a room and their nose is wide open. You didn't come to the store with me last week or the week before. You missed this girl the other night. And I always said, I wanted to be funny. I always wanted to be funnier than being famous. To
Yes.
me, I wanted to be funny, to be fuck famous, fuck all that shit.
Earn your black belt.
I wanted to be
You wanted to be a
funny.
bad-
I
yep.
wanted to learn. I watched I Love Lucy. I watched The Honeymooners. I
too.
watched Jack Benny. I watched comedy from every fucking level to be funny, to take a little piece from those people, not a
Absolutely.
joke, a nod from their eye. I watched Jet.
Yes.
I watched, the other day I was on the phone with Dom Herrera, and I explained to Dom how many times I watched that Rodney special that he's on with all those famous comedians. I rented it so much they wouldn't take my money at the fucking video store no more.
Wow.
Nobody else was renting that fucking movie when I was
Right.
renting it, but I rented it so much that they were like, Joe, we can't take your money no more. Thank you. You paid for this movie 3-4 times. I lie to people. I tell people that I was a pussy. It wasn't that I was a pussy. It was I was covering my fucking bases. First thing I watched was Punchline
Yep.
with Tom Hanks.
Yep.
And then after that, you make the call. You buy Judy Carter workbook.
Yep.
You read that. Then you buy the Jean Paré bullshit.
Yes.
And you read that
The
for a
Round
little
Table,
while, right?
yep.
Now, and in the meantime, I wasn't a pussy. I was preparing myself for Mary Angle, just like jiu-jitsu. I didn't want to miss a beat and I'd come back to it later. So I got the Rodney Dangerfield, both of them, with fucking Roseanne and Hicks and
Kinnison.
and the black guy that made the movie for $4,000 on his credit card.
Robert Townsend killed it.
Killed it. Dom Herrera.
Father. Big Petey, little Petey,
Little
orthopedic
Petey.
Petey.
I watched
Dom
that.
Herrera killed me.
on that. You know how many fucking times I watched that and made notes and cried and went to
killed
bed
it.
and
Is it on YouTube?
It's one of the best
What
pieces
should I
of stand-up
search?
ever.
Rodney Dangerfield's comedy specials. Tweak that in there.
I had no money at all.
No
back
money.
when I was living with Fat James, and I remember coming off the road with Paulie. One time I bought the Rockies. There was 5 Rockies. I bought the 5 Rocky DVDs. Next time I came off the road, I bought the Rodney Dangerfield. They did a collection of those. And it was all the specials.
It was comedy, and I'm sorry I haven't spoken about this earlier. It was comedy 101 for me. Ronnie Dangerfield's No Respect. Let's try that. Let's try what happened. All right,
Young comedian special.
there it is.
Where?
Yeah, look for Rodney Young Comedian special. Sorry about that, guys. You really, really, if you have not seen
There
this,
you go.
try in 1884. Oh,
Nelson!
shit. Have you seen Bob Nelson, Lee?
No.
Oh, he's so
Tap
good.
him. Tap him, Bob.
Where?
Right on top.
top,
right at
top,
the top
top, top.
one. That's Bob Nelson with the fucking the boxing gi on. You really never seen this?
Jeff, what?
All right,
Jeff,
put this
what?
on, Lee, for the people at home.
Go here, sir. If you've ever wanted to be a professional boxer, or just look like one, come on down to Jiffy Jeff's gym in New York City
You never saw
and
this,
learn
Lee?
how to become
No.
a
I'm
boxer.
I'm gonna shoot you in the
8 short
fucking head
weeks.
too.
No, wait, no, you showed
And
me
now
part of
here's
it.
the proprietor of Jiffy Jeff's gym, Jiffy Jeff himself, to give you a few free pointers on how to become a professional fighter.
You never saw this, Lee?
No, you showed me this.
Oh, am I on? Am I on camera? Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Jiffy Jeff's gym. My name is Jeff. I'm sorry, my name is Jeff, and I'm the proprietor. I own the gym, and I'm here to give you a few free tips on the professional fight. Become a professional fighter. How to become a professional fighter. First of all, let me start off right off the bat. Let me start off. There's a lot of training, train every day. Training. But a lot of training. As a matter of fact, some of the guys take the train from their homes into the day, into the city, every day into the city, which is a lot of training itself as well. So you have to train. Get a monthly ticket if you take the train. I have a monthly ticket. I don't take the train, but it's such a fucking bargain. I bought one anyway, you know? Okay, training, that's one. Now also, you need U-V, elemental P, Q, S. You need a nickel. You need a nickel? I can't get in my pockets. You need a necklace. Oh, you need a nickname. Yeah, that's it. If you want to become a fighter. If you want to become a fighter, you need a good nickname. Okay, Jerry Cootie. You ever hear Jerry Cootie? He's got a good nickname. They call him Gentleman. Gentleman. Start your engines. They call him Gentleman. And do you know why? You know why they call him Gentleman? You know why? I have no fucking idea why. That's a good nickname. And then there's Marvelous. There's Marvelous Marvin Hagler. You know why they call him Marvelous? Because he looks good. That's why they call him that. I have a nickname. They call me Jeff. What?
That's very nice.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard somebody calling me. Anyway, they call me Jeff. What? I'm doing a commercial. You're probably looking at me saying, who the hell are you to tell me about the fight game? Well, let me tell you right now. I've had alto training. I've had a lot of training. I'm sorry, I spelled it wrong. Alto, a lot. Okay, I fucked up. But anyway, I have had a lot of training. I was a professional fighter at one time. I had what? What the fuck do you want? Oh, I'm talking to you, right? I'm doing a commercial, right? Yeah, believe me, I had 6 professional fights, of which I lost 11. Funny fucking story. You want to hear a story? I'll tell you something. I was fighting with Marvin. I was sparring. You ever spar with somebody, sparring match? They pay you very well. $5 a shot. Every time they hit you, boom, $5, you know? So if you get hit 10 times, what is that? $35. Anyway, that's what happened. So I was sparring with this guy. I was sparring with Marvin Hagler. No, Marvin Hagler. Marvin. One of those fucking guys. It doesn't matter. They fight the same way.
I forgot he
Maybe one's a
cursed.
lefty, one's a righty, one's a southpaw, one's a I don't know. Anyway, I'm in the ring. I'm in the ring with this guy. I'm in the ring, right? I'm in the ring. Answer the fucking phone. Will you come on? Anyway, I'm in the ring with Hagler, right? And he's hitting me. I'm counting my money. $5. Now, good payday. $5. Now all of a sudden, he stops hitting me. I'm fighting with the guy. All of a sudden, he stops hitting me. I'm in the corner like this, coming up like that, you know? I can't see him, so after about 30 seconds, I'm thinking one of two things. Either he went home, or he ran out of money. I don't know which, you know? I'm
That's Mitch
standing, so what
Hedberg.
do? I
That's a
drop my
Mitch
gloves
Hedberg
down like
joke
that,
right
Yeah.
and there he is,
That's the
standing
type
right in
of joke
front of
that
me
Mitch
doing
would
this.
write. This is brilliant, guys.
Physical, well-written.
But the crowd's going wild.
You know, I'm sorry I didn't talk about this for other people who want to do stand-up and start. Let's see what else they got on there.
Okay.
They got, who else on? They have, look for,
What do you want to see?
oh shit, look for Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, he kills it.
Oh, he fucking kills it.
Kills it.
He follows Bill Hicks. Just scroll that down.
Right there.
You want to do Dice Clay?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
fucking kills
This is what made him a star.
You never saw this, Lee?
No, you show me this.
Okay.
No, I don't think we
I'll
watched the
tell you,
whole
folks,
thing.
this next gentleman comes from Brooklyn, okay?
I'll show you Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
And I guess the best way to describe him is to say he's the typical boy next door. Say hello to Andrew Dice Clay, okay? Here we
Who's
go.
the gay dude that was cool at the store? I loved him. He always showed up with young boys. He opens up the show. He opens one of these up. But there's two of them.
Yeah, there are two.
Guys, like I said, I'm sorry. Go on Amazon and look for Rodney's Young Comedian Special if you want to know Comedy 101. Because you got 10 of the best comics of all time to learn from Lenny Clark to fucking Kennison at the end.
Yep.
And you know Hicks had to follow this fucking animal.
Yep.
And,
he
follow,
does it
and
great.
he fucking follows him great. This is just Comedy 101, guys.
Roomless Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating a curds and whey. Long came a Spidey, sat down beside he said, "Hey, what's in the bowl, bitch?"
It's still funny.
Tremendous, guys. This is. I want to
Jack
cry.
and Joe went up the hill, both with $1.25. Joe came down with $2.50. Little boy Blue. He needed the money. Was an old lady lived in a shoe. She had so many kids, her uterus fell out.
Listen to that laughter, guys.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Trim that pussy, it's so damn hairy. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her old dog a bone. She bent over. Rover took over. She got a bone of her own. I
38
don't know.
years ago, this was, guys. Right?
Yeah, good old Mother
87.
Goose. Remember
So
her?
it's 27, 20,
I
28.
fucked her.
28 fucking years, guys.
Wow.
Like I said, if you really get a chance, you should watch this if you're into stand-up. And what did you watch to get you into stand-up?
This stuff.
It
I remember
just-
watching this live. I remember me and my brothers. It was in my parents' bedroom. For whatever reason, I guess it came on late at night, and we're all on the floor watching it. Everybody in the room together, crippled with laughter. I remember Dice. I remember Kinnison coming out and doing the sand bit.
That's
to me-
why you eating, why you here,
Yep.
all that shit.
This is sand. Yeah.
Nothing grows here. It's
Yep.
a fucking desert.
Yep. I remember seeing Eddie Murphy. I remember my parents going to see Pryor when I was 3. And I don't know why, but I remember I wanted to go see him. I grew up in one of those houses where, like, you know, some families are like the sports family where they know everything about sports and the kids are all athletic and the dad's And then there's other families where they're nerds, or there's other family. My family was the comedy family. You could come over, watch rated R movies when I was 9. My parents didn't care. I was watching Eddie Murphy, Carlin. I remember seeing the Dice, and then the special Dice Man comments after that.
Oh my God, I remember being in the halfway house, watching that in the fucking halfway house, making them watch that for New Year's Eve.
Yep.
And at that point, I knew. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to do what he's doing because he's saying half the shit I'm thinking.
Yes.
You know, planted in your ass and all that shit. He's saying half the things I'm fucking thinking anyway. So I want to give this a shot. You know, Dice really fucking was the one that pushed me over the ledge.
Yeah.
I liked Rodney. I liked Richard Pryor, but Dice was the one that said, wait. You know, when I watch Richard Pryor, I go, maybe I could do that. But when I watch Dice was the convincing thing.
Yes.
Because my thoughts were like that. You know, and people, you know, just so many things that when I'm walking, and I was telling people on stage the other night, your first reaction is your real reaction.
Yes.
When you guys saw a picture of Caitlyn last week and you said in your heart, Jesus Christ fucking almighty, that's your first reaction.
Yeah.
Then your mind gets that reaction and makes it, society forms it. So you
Yes.
have an answer. So when you go to Starbucks, you don't offend your friends and you don't offend your coworkers.
Right.
That's the problem with society today. Everybody can't offend and we can't say what's really on our mind. But your first reaction is, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck? There's so many things like that happen in today's society that we're not really fucking thinking about. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? You know, it even applies to the medical marijuana business. I just went to
Yep.
Denver and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, I like this. This is great, blah, 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 but what the fuck is this? This cannot be. This cannot be happening in my fucking life. What are you guys laughing about?
Did you clean the microphone?
I don't know. There was a piece of fucking something on there, like lint. I was just
No, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at your reaction. Like, this is too good to be
This
true.
is too
This
good
is
to be true. No. Listen, I look at it from both perspectives. When I look at things like that, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a pot smoker. I've
Yep.
smoked pot for fucking 30-something fucking years. Am I proud? No, I'm not proud of it.
Right.
But there's one part of that I see it weakening the moral fight. I'm not going to lie to you.
interesting.
You know, this thing with Caitlyn, that, okay, he had female feelings. I'm going to go on the ledge here. He had female feelings. And whatever he had, he knew he was a female. I watched the whatever Diane saw, and it was very touching, and I cried myself. I get in the way what he's doing.
Yes.
I don't get the applaud for this. I think it's a fake applaud. You know, again, I'm going to go on a limb here. 2 guys getting married. Listen, I got a gay cousin. I have fucking tons of friends that are gay, and I break their balls. I call them faggot. I say it on stage, but I have no hatred for gays or nothing like that. But I got to tell you something. 2 guys walking down the street fucking married, it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me. But I have to ask you, how is Lee and his wife, that they're attorneys and they're straight-laced people? Lee wouldn't curse if he didn't hang out with me. Lee
Yeah.
wouldn't do half the fucking things. How would him and Paula, what would they talk about? How would they tell their son? They're going to have a nice son or a nice daughter.
Yeah.
They're not going to curse. They're not going to drink in the house. They're 2 nice white fucking people.
Yeah.
How do you explain to your son at 5 why Jim and fucking Pat are swapping spit down the fucking block? Because you're going to see it. You're going to fucking see it. Your daughter, who is 6, is going to go, Daddy, you told me Mommy and Daddy.
It's already
were-"
happening in the schools.
It's happening. So I'm not mad at it, but this is something that America would have said, hey, man, what the fuck is going on here? There's pro and con to it. I understand
Yes.
you want a man and you want to make your fucking statement, but I still got to fucking tell people. I still got to talk to 6-year-olds that can't comprehend that type of shit.
Yeah.
I always, listen, I saw Juan shoot whatever at 8. I'm telling you right here, guys, did it affect me in a lot of ways? I do not know. If you talk to psychiatrists, it did affect me somewhere. You know, did it give me PTSD? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
But this morning's episode also on The Sopranos, very interesting. I got up early this morning. We're up to season 3.
Wow.
Just
you're
we
blowing
haven't
through.
watched it in 5 or 6 years. Okay,
great
It's
when you haven't
it's
seen
just
them in a
there.
while.
That's what I did. I go, let me turn these on. Wow, and that episode also is when Anthony figures out why he started fainting when he goes to Satrial's, and
Oh,
they take
yeah.
Satrial in the back and they cut his finger off. Okay, they
Yep.
cut his finger off. He's fine. He gets in the car. He goes home. The guy who plays his father,
Great.
it's fucking great. Have you seen him yet? The
No,
guy
I'm
who
only in
plays his
season
father?
1.
He was in Carlito's Way. He's the brunette that chases Carlito to the train at the end. Get him. He's the son. He's the son. He's what's his name's son in there.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them, him and the guy who plays Young Jr., are in Carlito's Way.
That was a good movie. I got to go back and
Carlito's
watch
Way is
that.
a very fucking good movie, but what do you call that? What were we talking about?
Sopranos.
Sopranos.
How the
She-
childhood incident
so-
affected him as
So
a
he
grown
went
up.
to Satrial's. The reason why they own Satrial's is because Satrial killed himself. There's a great, interesting story to Satrial's. He killed himself because he owed bookie money. He lost a shop to gambling, and then that's why the Sopranos took it over. Tony took it over. He owns it, whatever. But then he goes home, and that's when his father calls him over and says, "Come here. Most guys would have ran away like a little girl. You handled it. Nothing happened to you. I'm proud of you. But remember, don't go get older and gamble." He breaks it down for him. He goes, I know you like Mr. Satrial, and he's a good man, but he has a very bad problem to gamble. He doesn't honor his bets, and a man honors his debts. And he breaks it down. I mean, you just cut off some guy's fucking finger. You're breaking it down for your kid. And poor young Tony's like, yeah, whatever. Then they go in the kitchen, and he cut the roast.
Yeah.
And as he's cutting the roast, that's the first time he fainted, and he got 4 stitches. You know, so, and then Dr. Melfi tells him how it affected him, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I just don't know how that type
How
of
it
shit.
did affect you, yeah.
You know, how it's going to affect the 7-year-old walking down the street and saying, I just saw 2 guys. And this might not happen in their lifetime. Maybe
Right.
I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm over whatever. But these are little topics that, in my world, I got to say to me, and I'm telling you, even the fucking marijuana, all this free marijuana shit was not something I was into. This legalizing marijuana, it's not something I was into. I appreciate the money it's making and all this.
Yeah.
And I smoked dope with 3 hands, but I didn't like what it would do to the moral fabric. I didn't like it.
Interesting.
I didn't like it. There's a lot of things that are against moral fabric, that are against what we believe. Yeah, I went to prison, I fucked up, but I paid my debts.
Right.
And I was against my own moral fabric.
Okay, see, you're hitting on a huge topic that I don't talk often about, but the problem is not messing up isn't a problem. We're all human. We're all gonna make mistakes. But at least you know when you make a mistake. Our moral compass in this country is so gone.
Gone. People do
That
not know when
people-
they're being rude. People do not know when they're
Correct.
being mistakes. People do not care. I see how
It
people
has
park.
to change.
I went to jiu-jitsu this morning.
Selfishness.
22 people
It's
fucking
selfishness.
parking 8 inches, 9 feet from the other guy.
I think that should be a ticket. I would pay that.
I
Like,
would vote for that to be a ticket. People were just scumbags. In fact,
Nobody's getting raised. That's the problem. You broke down the family. Financial pressures made everybody has to go out and work. Nobody's raising the kids. We praise the almighty dollar. Everybody's materialistic. Everybody's selfish. You don't know your neighbors. There are no more but it's going to come back.
Vegas is my
Family's
biggest paycheck.
going to come back.
And I actually thought how I was going to get out of Sunday. That's what Sundays mean to me.
Yes.
That's what Sundays mean to me, guys, the whole thing. I don't want to break my moral fabric. I was raised on Sundays and after 5 o'clock, you didn't do dick. You ate dinner with your family, you watched Mutual of Omaha,
Yeah.
and you watched entertainment, Disney,
Disney had the-
Disney,
yep.
and you went to bed at 10 and you prepared for fucking Monday morning.
necessary.
That's what's necessary. That's what my Sundays mean to me. Yeah, I could work every Sunday and make an extra $10,000, $12,000, $20,000 a year, and that's for my family. But what if me and my wife break up?
Right.
What if me and Mercy and the wife, and I appreciate Sunday dinner. It's big
Necessary.
to me. It's big to
You
me.
need time off.
And
I
I
need
tell
to
comics
reset.
all the time. I remember now Rogan don't work Sundays. You'd see if you could fucking give Rogan a Sunday.
Yeah.
Because he understands.
family.
You get all, you know, people say to me after shows, Joe, you want to smoke? Joe, I don't want to do dick on Saturday. Once Saturday night's over with, listen, Lee, tell these dummies, there ain't nothing on my agenda but getting back. I don't look at the baby's picture all day Thursday and all day Friday. I refuse to look at the baby. When her and my wife come into my mind, I don't think about it. I know that what I'm doing is for them.
Right.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it gives me 4 days a week with them. I go swimming with my dog.
great.
Tomorrow I have a big day. But at 3 o'clock, I don't give a fuck. Unless you're paying me, I'm at the YMCA working out because they show up at 5 to swim.
That's
So I'll
great.
go tomorrow at 4 to the Y and work out for an hour and a half. By the time they get there, I'll swim with her. My wife says, because we're going to go on a date Thursday night. And my wife said, well, I'll come back and cook you. And I go, no. We have a thing that we do on Thursdays and Tuesdays. And that's, we eat in during the week. But after swimming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, what's it cost us? We go to the Habit, like a family. I get the salad. She gets the cheeseburger. She gets the baby cheeseburger.
Oh, that's so
Costs
cute.
$24 fucking dollars. and we get the vanilla cone there.
Awesome.
Because we give her ice cream, and then Tuesdays we take her to Jersey Mike's after swimming. She gets the half of. She likes the Philly cheesesteak on white with chips, a cookie. You guys didn't know that? This is what I do on Tuesday.
God, that's
Mercy gets the
awesome.
steak and cheese. Oh, that's
Macy gets the steak and cheese, and she's not on the carb. She opens it up and eats the bread first, and then eats the cheese, then the inside of the white bread.
Oh, that's so cute.
Then we give her a cookie, we give her a bag of chips, and we give her milk. So she drinks that, and then we take it to the custard store next door, and I get her a gizmo. Whatever the flavor is, that's a light yogurt, light custard with the Italian ice, and I mix it for
Is
her.
that Rita's?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we sit there, right there in the fall, like a family, and we fucking do that.
It's necessary.
And like last week, Lee and I had to do a podcast at 8 on Thursday, and at 7 I go, ladies, I have to take you home now. And they know, they go home, but we spent that time. You know, before I knocked my wife up on Tuesday nights, Win Place's show was date night in my house.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it Thursday because I'm off Thursday. So
Right.
there's no date. So one night a week you pick. And we would go to yoga together, and then we go eat somewhere.
That's great.
Sweaty, we go eat somewhere, and we'd be home by 9:30, and we watch. I'd smoke a joint, wash my pussy, and watch Sons of Anarchy on DVD.
Perfect.
But I know that, like I told on Nari's podcast, I know how to ruin a marriage. You want to ruin a marriage? Come see me. I'll tell you all the things. Go play softball with your fucking moron buddies. Oh, yeah. Go play golf with your jerk-off friends on Saturday and Sunday and spend $200 fucking playing, chasing the ball with your jerk-off buddies. Oh, you want to go to Vegas because it's your friend's birthday and you don't get out too much. Yeah, go to Vegas with your 6 loser fucking friends. Whatever.
Right.
These are all the things that once you walk down the aisle, it's all over.
Yeah.
Because every time you do that, it's giving her an opportunity to go, where's his fucking head at?
Yeah.
Maybe I should suck the neighbor's dick. He's home next door doing nothing. He's a great guy. He's got class. He's got style. My husband's in Vegas with a bunch of jerk-offs jumping up and down. These, you know, when I see guys playing softball on Sunday, dog, I went 4 for 4. When are you going to play softball? Well, you're playing softball, your wife's sucking somebody else's dick. So go play softball, you little faggot fucking friends.
be a t-shirt.
Fucking softball. You're 30 years old.
You should
What
sell a
fucking
t-shirt.
softball? You're 30 fucking years old. What softball? What softball are you talking about? What dart league are you? Take a dart and throw it at your fucking dick. Your wife is either she's sucking or she's gonna suck somebody else's dick.
She's thinking about it.
She's thinking about it because you're out with your fucking idiot friends, and she's gotta think of the loyalty of where the fuck you stand.
Yeah.
And once she starts going out with her dumb friends, that's how you blow a fucking marriage.
Yeah, because then they get in hurry.
Yeah, you don't want to get no fucking doubts in a marriage. I did all these things. Now, how do you keep it together? It's a Sunday dinner. It's those little things. Last Thursday, her and I, we fucking, and listen, I hate going to the movies in the daytime,
Yeah.
but I had to go. That 2 hours saves a marriage.
Yeah.
Fuck your dumb friends and a barbecue and a fucking football. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I never
Family
did.
time.
When it comes to your wife, you have to give them the attention they deserve, or it's gonna go down the tubes.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear about, oh, me and Lee went to, with your stupid fucking softball shirt on. You're
Yeah.
a grown fucking man. You want to play softball? You should have played softball and done the fucking thing when you were 14, when your father told you to go play catch. Now you want to be a fucking all-star baseball. Oh, yeah, I'm on the semi. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking
Yeah.
about? I want to be around little Tony Bennett soon, this motherfucker. It's Monday, cocksuckers. June 8th, we're dropping it here. Steve Simeone in the house. Lee, pick it up a little bit. You're fucking slipping tonight. You know what I'm saying?
You're slipping.
Fucking guy ate a taffy and a mushroom, and look at him. He's falling apart on me. Ready for another star?
No.
A cap?
No. Crazy.
Somebody twice as smart.
Take your fucking Jewy fingers off that fucking thing, all right? Them little fucking Pontius Pilate fingers. Cocksuckers.
The one thing with the system, goddamn.
Put on the beginning of the next song of I Left My Heart in San Francisco. I love the beginning of that song. It's fucking beautiful,
Tony
man.
Bennett's a genius.
The loveliness of Paris. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, you motherfuckers? That's why this guy's still rocking. I bet Lady Gaga looks at him and says, drop this knowledge that you have.
Oh, sure.
You were dropping songs in 55. And that's when this came out. I Left My Heart in San Francisco. What was the release on that?
I just got to play. Hold on 1 second.
Where's the volume here? What is this, for deaf people?
Jokes.
Right here. He just lights me up right here, dog. Every time. God damn. Fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. I love all that shit. That's real fucking brilliant. Some guy
Yep.
fucking lip syncing. Fuck Britney.
Opening up his soul. There's a vulnerability to that era of music that people are afraid to express anymore, and that's why it's all garbage. Got to open it up. You
This
got to open
morning-
up your soul.
This morning I almost had a nervous breakdown, guys. I put on T for One. Led Zeppelin. So
Ah, okay.
just put it on. I was right. Then I remembered I had to change the glasses for the spirits. On Mondays, I always put glasses out for my mom, my dad, my godmother. I say prayers for everybody who's dead. Ray Go, Anthony Balzan, all of them. And I took a shower. And when I came out of the shower, I could hear the beginnings of Stairway to Heaven. And guys, I had to hold myself up. I was like, I had to sit. And my wife was like, "What's the matter?" I made believe I was spraying my nose because I was just overwhelmed. The
Yeah.
beginning of that fucking jam, and I was thinking of Anthony. When we buried Anthony, that was the big fucking song. Oh my God! I was like, God damn, this motherfucker's gonna send me a message today, and he did. He got me an audition.
Wow. Amazing.
Fuck yeah!
Isn't it amazing how all connected everything is? It's beautiful.
Motherfucker got me a fucking audition. That little spirit of fucking Pepper Nose. Let me read out some goddamn shout outs here. My main man Matthew Oliveris, whatever your name is, Oliveris. Yeah, Jason Skinnard, Sarah Hunt, you dirty bitch, Derek, Danielle, happy birthday on your 18th birthday, you little fucking crazy fuck. Joe Kenyon holding it down in New Jersey. Cocaine tamales, you bad motherfucker. Jonathan Sirloin, McLeod over there on Facebook, and my man Rob J244 sent me the best fucking picture of the day. He's a little white kid. He sent me a picture of
Dunkin' Donuts.
something
Right?
with some shitty donuts,
Dunkin' Donuts now offers Chips Ahoy and Oreo flavored iced coffee.
iced coffee, and he's like, "These fucking Gentiles, you gotta see this kid. I love it." It was a picture of the day. So where is this Dunkin' Donuts they opened in the Valley, cuz?
They didn't open one in the Valley, did
Yes,
they?
they did.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Yes,
behind.
they did. Go, hit it. Let's see where. Doesn't matter, because Yum Yum, those Mexicans at Yum Yum, shit. Those motherfucking Dunkin' Donut people, they'll rat those little immigrants out and shit. There'll be no more Yum Yum donuts. There'll be a white guy named Jim making donuts.
Hello.
That taste like fucking asshole. Those Mexicans, they throw everything in them donuts. Chili Verdes over at Yum Yum. Me and Lee and his wife went to fucking Yum Yum. Where, Lee?
Encino.
Oh, shit.
yes.
Lee, you're a fucking mutt. I'm telling you.
It's not
I
up
go
again.
I go out of town and you're supposed to stay on top of this, but you're home taking care of Paula. The first day grand opening was donut day. I was out of town. And Lee, you were fucking dicking around. You should have been up there online. Paul, T Went, the guy that was a guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
Bunch of people were up there getting free fucking
Oh,
donuts.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so we might have to make a run to donut and Italian sandwiches. Get some sausage sandwiches and fucking donut. How far from the fucking thing? Figure it out, Lee. God damn it. Now you're pissing me off.
Domingos is at
Domingo-
Ventura and White Oak.
Hold on, let me.
You're
put
supposed
it
to know shit, Lee.
I
thought
can't,
you were
I
gonna
can't
call
look for
me.
donuts anymore.
I thought you
I had
were
to
gonna.
take my Google alert for donuts off.
You did?
No, but like,
You
I just can't. I can't go to donuts anymore.
I just remembered that they put a Dunkin' Donut and Lee didn't say shit to me because he's fucking slipping. I'm telling you. I've been telling you people for weeks he's slipping and you don't believe me. Not about the podcast. He's slipping in life.
All right. So wait, this is at Ventura and
He's really figured it out. That's why I love this motherfucker.
Balboa. So where's
It's like a mile away. I
What
think.
is it called? Domingos?
Yeah, which is just do Ventura and White Oak.
Oh shit!
It's not. It's right around the corner, I think.
Yeah, the only fucking good donut at Dunkin' Donuts I still go in there to eat is the apple and spice. Yum Yum is too fucking strong.
Oh, dude, it's so close.
Yum Yum on how? What's gross?
No, I said it's so close. It's a 0.9.
We're gonna do a killing. Let's go to Domingos, get a sausage, then take the car up, get a little coffee. That black Brazilian they got, the dark
so
Brazilian.
good.
That is worse than meth. That's what Georgie drinks, with like 3 fucking packs of fucking Marlboro Reds and shit. The loneliness of Paris.
I can't. But this is the best news ever.
Yeah, nobody fucking knew. It was the grand. When was National Donut Day?
2 days ago,
I didn't
was
eat
in
no
Chicago.
donut. I didn't eat nothing. But no, Yum Yum
That's
is
a
way
fucked
fucking
up day.
We went to immediately.
Oh
And
my
his
God, that
wife
was so
got
fun.
fucked up one night at the ice house, and they're like, she's in the back. I'm doing 90. They couldn't figure out what my rush was, and I hit the left on Magnolia, and they're like, "Why are you taking it?"
I thought he missed the
They didn't
turn.
even fucking know. And I pulled into Yum Yum. She should all like the both of them went like I was taking them to a horror movie, and it's like dark and there's lights in there. Like when you walk into Yum Yum Donuts, if you're a little high, tell me it doesn't seem like the fucking Twilight Zone because there's 1,000 lights.
Even then, when there was a cop there, it was terrifying.
Who was we were?
No, yeah,
Oh,
oh,
we
yeah.
were. We got to start an open mic at Yum Yums on Monday nights at 10. After we get out of here, what do you think, Lee?
That'd be
The
so
church
funny.
open mic. Just don't even tell Yum Yum Donuts because you can't. You don't need a microphone. You don't need no fucking
Just
microphone.
don't even tell them. What are you gonna do? Just start talking?
Yeah, just get in the corner and pull some tables together and say we're doing a comedy
I
show. Here.
would. I love donuts.
If you guys bought like a couple dozen donuts, they'd probably let you.
Listen, they wouldn't give a Frenchman's fuck even if he bought a dozen. You ever go in there and buy a dozen? They always give you like 19.
free, yeah,
Those
they hook
Mexicans
you up.
don't fuck around. They're the
They hook you
nice
up.
Yum
They're
Yum
delicious.
Donuts. Guys,
They're
if
so
you live in the
good.
valley, what is it? Magnolia and Colfax.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my-
they're everywhere.
Across from a no,
No,
not
that's
as
the
good
good-
as that
it's the
one.
one-
That's a good one.
By,
okay.
the
Go to
high
that
school.
Oxnard one.
It's by the
Oh,
high school.
yeah.
Go to the Oxnard
That
one.
Oxnard one is kind of bad. Yeah.
You had it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That one right there by the high school, they don't fuck around. And the place next to it ain't bad either, guys. That little cheesesteak place.
The burger place.
That
yeah.
fucking place ain't bad.
I always
there.
wanted to try that place.
Me and my wife used to walk around the neighborhood. We moved here. And we walked in there one day. And we got the burger. It wasn't bad. It was like, and they have a special, like $5.99.
I don't know. Sometimes when I get high, I like go on Yelp and I search like cheeseburgers and stuff. So I just saw it on Yelp one night.
And what they say about it?
They said it was decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a high school one. They gotta be good. Unless the kids get malaria and everybody pukes and shit. So. Look at Lee's fucked up.
He's so adorable.
You want another star?
No, some other people have to do that.
What's that?
Go on Yelp when they're high, just like look at good
Look
food.
for food. Just look for Yelp.
Hell yeah, when you're on a
That's
diet.
what you do in the mornings, cocksucker. You should be out getting sun, you fuck. You're like a vampire Jew. There's no Jews that are vampires. You're the only fucking one. Look at you.
Speaking of food, you know there's a Grimaldi's down in by the airport,
I heard something like that.
and I had heard that rumor, and I was like, "Is that right?"
Because I always get Grimaldi's confused with the other one from Chicago, so I just thought they were wrong. What's the one you went to with Paul with the peppers and the fucking
Portillo's.
Portillo? So I just thought that they were saying the wrong word
No,
to me.
there's a Portillo's in Orange, and there's a Grimaldi's
really-
down in like Hermosa Beach, Redondo, Torrance, somewhere down there, South Bay.
I had never had like the Italian beef sandwich before.
How fucking was it, Lee? I told
Oh,
you.
it just melts.
And if you get the Italian beef with the sausage in the middle and dip that
You
too,
put sausage in the sandwich.
that's how they do it, half and half.
Oh, that's a fucking heart
Yeah,
attack.
that's
Yeah.
dog. When you put that in what's the name of it? MyFitnessTracker.com.
My goodness, no. It just
The
blows
fat
up.
content
I
goes,
remember
fuck you.
one of my favorite Uncle Joey quotes is, you looked at me and you go, "If we're going to get fat, we're going to get fat off the good stuff." And I think about that all the time.
I've been telling Lee for 20 years. He don't want to believe me. He wants to go eat shit food and then get pissed off. And I tell him it's not worth putting in your body.
Right. I'll eat
And
something
exercise
healthy.
and garbage.
Right.
Like I stopped eating Chinese. I had to stop. It was an insult to my fucking moral fiber. It
Yeah.
was a fucking insult. Every time I walked in there, the egg rolls shut.
They don't know how to do it.
No, and they're nice people. Or the green apple. They're the
Yeah.
nicest people in the world. The filet mignon, the Chinese style filet mignon, is to die for. But I had to stop fucking going in there. That's what's killed. I lost 23 pounds because I stopped eating garbage anymore.
Yeah.
I had to stop. I had to fucking stop eating all those. It's just the to-go food is terrible. It'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, and in this city, I think it's not good. So if it doesn't taste good on top of it, I'm like, forget
Oh
it.
my God, Denver! I went to this place called Sam's.
Did you have the chili rellenos?
Tell Lee about this.
Oh
motherfucker.
my
That's
God.
That's the first motherfucker I called because it said divers, drives, and
Divers, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and it's right across from the hotel. And I ate
my
every
God.
meal there.
Lee,
I was here for 2 weeks.
I was there for 3 days, and I ate 8 meals in 3 days.
Oh.
I got up at 5 the one morning just to catch the breakfast before radio. Lee,
Do that too.
you open up with a cup of green chili, because that's what I did. A cup of green chili with 1 tortilla. They're like 1,000 fucking grams of carbohydrates, tortillas.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I would take 3 of them and dip them in there, and I went up to my room, put it in fucking whatever, and I'm like, oh.
What have I done?
I'm over the fucking carb limit. So for dinner, I was getting a 6-ounce sirloin, and I would eat half a baked potato and the mixed vegetables, and I wouldn't eat the bun, the fucking butter in the
Smart.
bun. Delicious. I ate a 6-ounce sirloin all fucking 3 nights at Sam's.
That's good.
At breakfast, all 3 mornings at Sam's with the cup of green chili. I wouldn't eat the potatoes. I only eat 1 piece of wheat bread with the 2 eggs.
That's
It
beautiful.
was the bacon was fucking delicious. Lee, what did we spend for food? Tell Lee. Breakfast, you ready? The number 4. That's what
Ready.
that is. 2 eggs, home fries, 2 pieces of toast, and coffee. Number 4 is $4.49. You know what my breakfast was every day except Saturday? It was $13. It was $9.80 every day. And that was for a cup of green chili, 2 eggs, 4 strips of fucking country bacon,
Real deal.
a pile of potatoes, great wheat bread when they fucking put the wet butter on it, and it soaks into your bread, so by the time you get it, the fucking yolk just stays on that bread. Are you fucking kidding me? I was going in there for dinner, and people were still having breakfast. Tell Lee about the motherfucking smothered burrito, what it looks like. I kept dreaming about getting the ground beef.
He called me. He's like, I'm scared to get it.
Dog, I can't. I work hard, dog. I'm trying. I
Yeah.
gotta get under 300, and then we could gamble. But for right now, I can't. It's tough. Every pound.
Yeah.
You work for every mile at 50. I work
Yeah.
for every fucking. It's like football, the longest yard. You work for every fucking yard. I'm working for every fucking yard.
Yeah.
So I don't. I have to. I mean, there's times I had a milkshake with Lee. We split a cheesecake. I gained 4 fucking pounds in Vegas.
Yeah,
And
I just got
walked
off the road.
around.
I was eating garbage, and I had a pair of jeans, and I went, son of a bitch. They just didn't fit right last night. I look like sausage.
I get
legs.
fat when I eat water. When I drink water now, I gain a fucking pound. So it's just you got to watch. You know, for me, for you guys, we're trying to that fucking burrito there is just phenomenal looking. The green chili, the cup was 258 calories, not too many carbs.
That's
It's
so
protein.
healthy for you.
Oh my
It's
God.
all protein and fiber
Oh
and
my
all
God, you
delicious
smell
stuff.
Your fucking sinuses.
The green chili there, I'm more of like, out here in California, I do the red sauce. In Denver, the green
That's
is
it.
amazing.
That's it. No, it's not like the
It's a
shit
different.
here.
Yeah, it's a different
Listen,
thing.
New Mexico, Colorado, and I think Tucson cook that same. Then you get to Texas, and it's called Tex-Mex.
Oh, it's so
So
good.
there's 3 or 4 different styles of Mexican cooking and shit like that.
It's so good.
This is a great podcast today. I enjoyed the topics we spoke about, and
So happy to be
just
here.
you being here on a Monday night is always great. I was trying to get you like 3 weeks ago. I had somebody scheduled for this afternoon. I really like the guy, but my Monday nights have to be a comic. To really I want them to have a fucking morning to go, wow, that was a great podcast. Lee was high. Thursday we'll do a thing about Sistema. He's a great guy. Or I'm gonna have the guy that just this kid friend of mine, Eric Medina. He used to date a friend of mine, Bonnie, and he opened up a you going to jiu-jitsu tomorrow night?
If I can with this thing, I guess.
Yeah, you're going. Forget about the eye. Don't even blame the eye. We'll put a patch on you. Make sure you go. He went to jiu-jitsu.
That's great.
I'm very proud of him. He has no idea. Because I tried to explain to him, I go, Lee, you hang out with me and Steve Simeone. You hang out with 2 40, 50-year-old guys.
Yeah.
And then now he gets to the Agostino once a month.
Yeah.
I go, beside that, you sit in the house with fucking Paula. I go, go hang out with some 25-year-olds.
Yeah, it's true.
Get off that fucking treadmill that gives you that eye infection all the fucking time because you're touching it. Then you go home and don't wash your fucking little Jew fingers, and you give yourself the Pontius Pilate eye. That's what that is, a Pontius. Lee, it's gotten bigger since you've been here. So you got to go call Paul and tell her you're coming over to put the pepper on your fucking eye. He went 2 weeks ago when it first happened.
And when it was going away, I put the medicine in
And
today.
the medicine never fucking did Bugats for you. And his mother-in-law said, I'll put a pepper in your eye, the Mexican stuff, the
Yeah.
remedies, and he wouldn't do it. He was scared of the pepper. That's your
And it
mother.
worked.
That shit works. No, it
I
doesn't.
know.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. I got mad at him. I go, that's your mother-in-law. She's not going to do
Yeah,
something to
when
you
in
that hurts
doubt,
you."
listen to an older woman.
Yeah,
they know
they're not
everything.
gonna, she loves you.
Yeah.
She's not going to burn your eye. She loves you. Call Paula. Tell her you're headed over there tonight. You'll watch by. Tell her you're gonna stop and get yum yum donuts for them,
I told her I was gonna do it tomorrow.
and you're gonna get platanitos. You can't do it tomorrow. You gotta do it tonight, Lee. Tomorrow you're gonna wake up with, you're gonna
It's
look
gonna be
like
shut. You're gonna look like Rocky.
yeah, something. You're doing something with your eye. You're looking good. Jiu-jitsu's good for you. Even if you don't like it, it's something differently. You gotta go mingle with kids your fucking age. You're gonna be the oldest fucking 26-year-old ever. You wanna be the oldest 26-year-old? Guy. That's why I give you the mushrooms and shit to loosen you up. If not, he'd be all wired, sopranoed up, shooting people, calling niggas. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's why I love this fucking kid. I love him with all my heart. But look at him. We're gonna go to Boston, but the plane tickets are $7.50 base. Fucking plane tickets. They're fucking America, the airlines. Fucking America. This is what I don't understand no more. What do you got going on? Talk to me. What's the next move for? You did the great CD. You're
Yeah.
doing this stuff for Gabriel. Like I told you, you're pointed in the right direction. I know that you get frustrated.
Yeah.
You get frustrated every 90 days. You want to
Sure.
go home and work in your brother's dental clinic and make fucking braces for 13-year-olds and shit. But you're invested now.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere. It's only going to get better. That's what these young comics.
You told me, get the CD. You helped me a lot because I used to be a prisoner of perfection, I call it. If it wasn't perfect, because it was fear. It's a form of fear.
It's fear.
And you go, if it's not perfect, I don't want to do anything.
I'm not going to jiu-jitsu until I get in shape. That's what jiu-jitsu is. Go to jiu-jitsu. You'll get
get in shape.
Nobody's going to laugh at you.
Right.
You're going to do great. It's like anything else. Everybody's always preparing for the thing.
Just go
do
out
it.
and live. So then I put
Live.
as soon as the CD came out, now I'm looking, I'm going, wait, I'm making a living. I don't know how it's coming in. It's never, and it's taught me how to live. I don't live in the future anymore, but I go, you know what? The phone rings, I get a gig, and it works out. So that's it. I've been busy, been around the world twice.
You don't need to question nothing.
No.
All you need to do is get up every Monday and keep doing what you're doing. I got this the other day, and I really wanted to talk to people about this. And it sounds kind of stupid and gay, but let's just discuss this real quick. I got this off of Google. And it was 16 things that people do on a Monday, successful things that people do on a
Interesting.
Monday. I've been doing 11 of them.
Just
Because
naturally,
me and Lee
you
have always
discovered
discussed
them.
this,
That's
yeah.
great.
Get up early. That's why I don't want to fucking fly. There's no comedy club that's worth for me to fly Monday. Monday, you have to be ready.
Ready to go.
Not, and that's why I tell Lee, again, Lee and I got into it about a year ago. I go, Lee, you have to be at work Monday, you got to fly back Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck. You got to fly back Saturday.
Yep.
That's it. Get rid of
You
your
need that day
guest.
to bounce back.
One day to bounce back. You cannot get in at 11 and do a job at 8 in the fucking morning. You cannot. It's a fucking shitty job. It's anybody. It's not it's anybody. You got to get up early. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. You get back, you have to take a vacation from the fucking vacation.
Absolutely.
All right? Exercise on a Monday. This is the one I have over. Healthy breakfast. That Monday, that starts your week. Work, you got to be there at 8. I don't have to be there till 8. There's going to be traffic. Then get there. Arrive early. Whatever you got to do, make it a point. Monday. Just Monday.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you do Tuesday. Greet the team. Good morning. Everybody you talk to. When you wake up in the morning, if you don't say I love you in the morning, first fucking thing, it ain't going to work out for you, man.
Yeah, it's true.
I was thinking about that book, The Warrior. Remember years ago there was a big thing? People were getting involved with some book, the creative, unleash your creative.
Oh, the warrior spirit thing. Yeah, I remember that.
The big thing about them is they tell you when you wake up in the morning is to write. Just get up. You don't have to be a comic or fucking anybody, because when you get up, what's the first thing you do?
Go to the bathroom.
How bad does it smell to pee?
Pretty bad.
Okay, now after you have your first cup of coffee, what happens? In a bowl of cereal.
Take a shit.
Okay, so if you everything has waste, what about your mind? What about the shit you saw the day before that you dreamt about? Now it's in your mind that you might wake up a little fucked up over. So you know what? If you usually get up at 7:30 because you got to be at work at 8, you're a fucking loser. Get up at 6:45. Get that cup of coffee. That's 7. You sit down and relax and write out what you woke up with. Every morning, why do I always wake up with a song in my head every morning? That's a song track. That's a song track of my fucking day.
That's
But when I
great.
wake up in the morning, I'll show you the notebook. What I write, my penmanship's off.
Yeah.
My words are off. My spelling is off. This, I go from talking about comedy to talking about Lee's
you're
jiu-jitsu.
cleaning the tubes
You're
out,
cleaning
though.
the tubes. 2 pages. Don't get up. Don't fucking get up.
I'm buying a notebook on my way home
Don't
tonight.
get up.
A
Just
new one
and
for
look at that thing. It's like getting home. It's like drinking and trying to write jokes, and you wake up the next morning and look at them. It's reverse.
Yeah.
It's your mind's waste in the morning. Just sit there. That's 15 minutes that you're gonna be so much fucking better person. Your work, you're gonna be. You ever write a lot and have to go on stage that night, like when you write your script? You're not writing comedy. You're writing your script.
Yes.
Go on stage and see what happens to you that night. You will bring down the fucking, because you're still writing. It doesn't have to be comedy. You do better when you don't write comedy and get on stage.
Yeah.
But you write something. You write a chapter in your book. You write your
Yeah.
bio. Whatever the fuck you write is going to, everything. I remember going to karate once a week. I was 400 pounds. I was snorting blow. And I saw him Najir. And I told him, I looked him in the face and I said, I'm really sorry about not going to class. He goes, with my traveling, I made a bunch of excuses. He goes,
Yeah.
if you go once a week, it's going to help you. Once a week. Because everybody knows that if you go once,
You're gonna go twice.
you're eventually going to go twice.
Better habits,
What
better
I tell
decisions.
Lee about jiu-jitsu, I go, Lee, you're only going to go on Tuesdays. You're only going to go on Tuesdays. Until one day you go, you know what, man? I'm sick and tired of not figuring this out. I'm going to go to day class today. And that's when you just, no, he ain't going nowhere now. Look at him. He's sitting there like a dunce. He's sitting there like one of Jerry's kids, staring out into fucking space, thinking when they're going to let him out of this cage.
What did you give me before the podcast?
Then you give me your fucking Jamoki. Look, I love you. I'd be dialing 911 on you. Where we going, for donuts tonight?
Sure.
You go for a couple fucking yum-yums tonight?
Always.
All right, so where you at the next couple weeks? Talk to me.
I'm in town. I'm finally in town.
And where you at this summer? What clubs you going to?
June 30th, I'm doing a podcast show down at Nerd Melt on
Ooh.
Sunset. Hopefully, the special guest will be Roddy Piper.
Okay.
There's a sponsor that's going to do a pizza party. They're like, let's throw a little kid birthday party for grown-ups. Good times. So I was like, you know what? It's going to be a party. I'm going to have the party starter, Darren Carter, open up the show. I'll go out, do like 5 minutes. Thank everybody for being there.
What
Darren
date is
Car-
this?
Tuesday, June 30th.
We'll be
if
there.
you're into, oh, that'll
We'll
be
be
the
there.
best.
If there's free pizza, and Lee will definitely be there. It's
Oh
pizza.
my god.
Oh, it's going to be great. And then, so that's, I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm going to do La Jolla Comedy Store the 10th and the 11th. And then, depending on the plane tickets, I'll probably be at Helium in Philly the week after that with Steve Byrne. And then Toronto in August. And that's my summer. I have 100 pages of a family-friendly feature comedy that I, God willing, next 3 weeks, I'll have the time to look it over and get it good and send it out and see what happens.
From your eyes, close your eyes for 5 minutes. I want you to think about when we were on the road with, what's his name? What year was that? 2002 maybe? 2003? How broke you and I were.
Oh, God.
The shape I was in. I remember you and Dice trying to get me to the gym. I was about to die. I was pale.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, Simone.
So I think that first time might have been 2001.
That was a long time ago, Simone. Me, you, Bobby Lee, Jim Norton.
My God.
That was a long time ago. That was even a little before Opie and Anthony. He was just
He
doing
wasn't
spots.
on. Yeah,
No.
he wasn't on Opie and Anthony.
No.
yet.
So
No.
if you close your eyes and you think about that, this journey is that much better. Just the fact that we're still fucking Goombas.
It's the To
Just
me,
the
that's
fact-
everything.
That's everything. Just the fact that we're still in this fucking game, whether we're broke, poor, depressed, we're still here.
Yes.
You know how many people have gotten up and left already?
Sure.
Left. Said, you know what? Yeah. Oh, it's for fags. You got to be gay to be in LA. Fuck you, motherfucker. You didn't do the work. And now you're blaming it on whatever. You didn't do the work.
I think a Raging Bull. You never had me down, Ray. You never had me down. Just keep on getting punched and punched. And now, I got to be honest with you, I believe now. I already feel like I made it because of my friends. It's like, this is it. Every day's a gift. I'm paying my bills. What else do I want? I'm happy. I'm the happiest person I know. It's all blessing.
Thank you for keeping us as a family. Thank you for. I look at that picture and it's a great picture of us three. We're fucking family, you know.
Yeah, it's the best.
And we got Ari Shafi and we got Renazizi.
Renazizi's moving out this summer. I can't wait for that. Then before you know it, Ari will be
so
back
he's
out
moving
here.
back?
Yeah, he's moving to Pasadena. It's gonna be great.
He hasn't sold the house yet.
No, no, we straightened that out.
So you're gonna live there like a doctor. God
Yeah,
bless you. Seeing
it's-
you all depressed one night, remember?
You know what? That was the final piece. where not to get but I'm starting to finally learn how to trust. And like when you were talking about being on the set of The Longest Yard and something about you just almost didn't feel worthy to be there. I lived my life like that for too long, where blessings.
That's what I meant to
blessings
say.
would come into my life, and I didn't feel
You judged them. You
so
judged
I
them
told
and
God
why?
no.
Yeah.
I said no. I deserve to be in hell. And now I'm going. Wait a second. I don't deserve.
I don't wanna
deserve.
be in hell.
I don't want to
Yeah,
be in
I
hell
don't wanna be in
anymore.
hell no more.
Right. So now I just go. All right. I can't control anything really. I wake up every day. I work hard, and I do all I can do. But I leave the results to God and trust it's all gonna work out. And you know what? It always does.
It always does.
It always
I sat
does.
there on the plane back from Colorado going, if you had any idea what was in my mind when I left town, when I was driving out from Boulder to Longmont to catch whatever road I had to catch to 70 West, I don't even remember anymore. You guys have no idea what I was thinking. I mean, I had just paid for gas with an extra driver's license I had.
Wow.
I found out that if you fill up your tank and you don't have the money, they'll say, yeah, just give me your license and come back. I had 2 licenses. I found them as I was leaving. I said, this is a free fill-up. This is 800 miles on somebody. That's how I left Boulder, giving these people a license and leaving a $30, whatever it was that you fill
Right.
up a tank. Then I don't fucking know. And just how I felt, how bad I felt about myself, how angry I was at my ex-wife and the daughter. And through all that, like through all that junk, I still had enough belief to get in a Datsun B210 and drive to Ogden, Utah, and say, I'm never coming back here after Ogden. I had like Ogden, I forget what run that was. I forget where even you end up. It doesn't matter, you know. But that Tuesday, I drove to Ogden, Utah, and the first night I had to share a room with the comic.
Wow.
I still remember one of the comic's jokes. That first night, he was a good guy from New York, and he said this joke that, oh my God, I can't remember the fucking closer, but it used to kill. He was horrible. But he had this joke about, you want to get a woman hot, wipe your dick in the curtain or something. It's a street joke. It's an old street joke.
Yeah. How do you make
Yeah.
such and such woman
How do you
scream
drive a woman
twice?
crazy? You
Fuck her in the ass, then wipe your
fuck her
dick on
in
the
ass
curtain.
and wipe your dick on the curtain. That
Yeah.
fucking it was a street joke. He used to say. I thought it was fucking
I remember that. I remember the first time I heard that, I was dying.
dying.
Yeah, dying.
I have 2 jokes that I died off the bat. One I told Lee, Jesus, a bishop, and a fucking
I'm already laughing.
some Jew was sitting on a park bench, and Jesus is walking in Central Park, and the cardinal says, "Jesus, come over. I got cancer. You know, heal me." And you're healed. And the little cardinal, what can I do for you? The priest, what can I do for you? You know,
Yeah.
I have foot cancer. Heal me. He looks at the rabbi. He goes, "What can I do for you?" He goes, "Don't touch me. I'm on disability." That to me is one of the best jokes I ever heard. And the one with the fucking Jesus on the mountain with the 2 thieves and. You know, Peter, and Peter gets beat up, and he runs up, and they throw him back down, and then Peter, and he runs up to Nazareth, and they beat him up, and they throw him down the hill, and he's just about to punch the ticket, poor Jesus, and he looks up, and he goes, Peter, and this time, yes, my Lord, and Peter runs up, throws this guy out of the way, punches a Roman soldier, gets stabbed in the back, and as he gets to Jesus, he goes, yes, my Lord, he goes, I can see your house from here. First time I heard that fucking joke, I thought, Jesus Christ, that's a fucking great joke. We'll wrap it up with that. Steve Simeone, I love you, cocksucker.
I love you too,
I'm
man.
home this weekend, but next weekend I'm in Wise Guys, Utah. And the week after that, I'm in fucking Laugh, Boston, bitches. Both places have tickets available for you. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors. On it, you know. I'm blue in the fucking face with this shit already. Today I went to jiu-jitsu. I dropped 2 of those fucking shroom techs. I was sweating profusely. I went to jiu-jitsu at 9:45, and I walked out at 11:30. My underwear were fucking, I had to take my underwear off.
Wow.
My new, my MeUndies. The sweat from my back and the fucking gi, it was
That's
brutalizing.
intense.
But you know what, man? I did a good class again today. It was just me and him. We rolled like 3 5-minute sets, so that's way beyond I've ever done. And I credit it to ShroomTech. That's how good this product is. Even Hegan asked me last week, he goes, your cardio has improved. Yeah, the 20 pounds has helped to take it off me. But you know what? I've been going to the treadmill, but all that shit I do because of the recovery progress that Honor gives me. Whether it's the New Mood, the Shroom Tech, the Alpha Brain, this shit will work. This shit
Do they
works.
still make that hemp protein you gave me?
Yes.
That stuff was
Delicious.
delicious.
The chocolate.
Delicious.
Hemp
And I'm
Force.
telling you, I felt stronger. I felt like more.
The fucking
I wanna
chocolate.
get some
It's
of
not
that. So
the.
good.
It's not it's not whey protein. It's plant protein.
Yeah, it
It's a
doesn't make you feel like.
right. Your digestive.
Yes.
You shit a lot more.
Yes.
It's weird when I don't do
I
the
was shitting
protein.
logs.
When I don't do the protein for a few days, the whey protein, it clogs me up. Shit
Yeah.
gets clogged up in there. But the the hemp
gonna order
force,
some of that.
delicious. I think I might have one in the house. Follow me home.
That would be great.
I may have one in the house. So do me a favor. You heard it here from the fucking horses now. On it. Go to onit.com right now and press in.
Church.
And get 10% off your first fucking order, okay? You're going to love this stuff. There's a 100% money back guarantee on the Alpha Brain. You don't even have to return the product. What does that tell you? When somebody believes in their flagship that much, you can't fuck around with them. Go to onit.com right now. They also have the Stay On It program, where it gets mailed to your house on the first every month. You don't have to worry about nothing. Also, who's on tonight? I'm too fucking high. Oh, shit.
Hit E6.
I went to the wrong fucking page. That's why. What is wrong with me? Los Gummies Hermanos.
Oh, them.
For the best gummies in business, you have to be a California resident. But they also have naileditlife.com, which is, they make the best baby pen on the market, okay? It's $50. They give you 20% off. It goes all the way down to $40. It's not that what you're paying for. Do you go to $40? I don't even know. It's not that what you're paying for $40. It's the service they give you. I love that Dave guy. You call them with something's missing, a fucking thing in your pen, they will mail it to you the next day. That's what you're paying for. All these other vapor pens, you buy a vapor pen, it breaks. They don't know fucking nothing. The one thing with Nailed It Life, we've discussed it a couple times, and I've had people hit me up on my thing going, Joey, they're fucking great. The thing broke, they sent me a new piece, blah, blah, blah. Money, 100% money back guarantee. Go to naileditlife.com right now if you're a vapor or a dab dude. Press in what?
Joey Diaz.
Boom! And get 20% off the fucking vapor pen right now. Knock it down to $40, all right? Who gives you that type of fucking act? Plus, they have T-shirts on there. Anything that you want to use for dabbing, go to naileditlife.com right now. What else? Oh, shit! Hit E-cigs. The baddest electronic cigarettes out there in the market. You know why? Because you get 1,200 guaranteed puffs. This is like having 3 fucking hookers suck your dick for a month. 1,200 guaranteed fucking puffs. Whether it's the cigar, whether it's the light cigar, or whether it's the 24 milligrams, 16 milligram, 8 milligram, or the zero. These things have 1,200 guaranteed puffs. If you go to 7-Eleven and you buy one of the fucking things there, you're going to smoke it for an hour and a half tops. Go to hitty6.com and press in.
Joey's Church.
Boom! And get what off?
20%.
20% off your order. Plus, right now,
Oh,
they've given you 5 of these for $50.
Right.
Get the whole quit smoking program and get the cigar for $50. Press in what in the box?
Joey's Church. You get 5 for 50.
5 for fucking $50. You can't beat that right now.
Better deal.
Order that right fucking now if you're thinking of quitting. And last but not least, one of my all-time favorites, Iron Dragon TV. The best classic martial art films. You understand me? If that's what you're into. If you don't know that genre, you're slipping. In fact, we had a guy tonight on Twitter that said he was watching some of the Bruce Lee stuff. He couldn't believe how good the Big Boss was. They don't have Bruce Lee stuff, but what I'm trying to say to you is they have those classic martial arts films that Run Shaw made. So if you're into that shit, go to IronDragonTV.com and press in.
Joey.
Boom! And get 2 free fucking films delivered to your house. You got Iron Dragon TV, you got Hitty Sigs, you got Los Gummies Hermanos, a.k.a. Nailed It Life, and you got Honor.com. Steve Simeone, who's better than you?
I love you.
I love you too. I'm as fucked up as a can of worms. That's why I love this business.
I'm
All right,
driving
we'll be-
everybody home.
We'll be back Thursday at some fucking time. I don't know when. We might be here Wednesday. Keep your fucking Twitter open. Don't forget tomorrow morning, the morning joint with Uncle Joey, 7:30 around there. I love you, cocksuckers. Thank you, Steve Simeone, you bad motherfucker. You're a talent and a half. What's the story, Lee? Why are you staring at me down? Close it up.
I am.
What are you waiting for?